and ahoy once again to ye mateys! I be your deliciously fried and seasoned DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me an area the size of Wales of pleasure, obviously, to welcome me once again to Corsair's Cove and our season finale of my new story in my Humblewood world of monsters and magic. It's getting increasingly difficult to find things like descriptions of something that is large.
Is Wales that large?
Wales is quite big. Wales is the unit of measurement in the UK for today an area the size of Wales was burnt down in the Amazon rainforest. That's the unit of measurement they always use, not the size of New Jersey or the size of Rottnest or something. They always go with the area the size of Wales. It's quite hurtful to the Welsh, I think. Anyway.
Sounds like a lie. Sounds like something you just made up.
Above me,
a lie is that the English are rude about the Welsh.
We are.
All the time.
Above me, I have my hearty crew. The kaleidoscopic Nikolai Kravchenko, the kinetic Karen Schlink, the katabatic Brendan Ellis, and our special guest for tonight, the kittenish Daria Yevdenova, who also created our chat and emotes and our art. Check out the new Keshwave and the Feather Hut and Julio switchgear. There he is. She showed us about 10 minutes ago. I was like, I'm cutting that down to size and putting it up on stream right now. Surprisingly difficult to think of flattering adjectives that begin with K. Who knew? Katabatic is like a description of how wind comes down off a hill.
Yeah, caused by local downward motion of cool air.
Yeah.
That's a new word for me.
Hey, Brendan, I would say you are caused by downward local motion of cool air. You're a pretty cool air guy. So let's talk about these cool air people. Brendan, who the absolute heck are you?
Other than a breath of cool air, apparently.
I'm very katabatic, you may have heard. That's what I'm using now. It's going on my CV. If we can add it into the Twitch thing, that'd be sick. I'm an actor and director based in Perth. I am in a fringe show. It's called, it's with Perth Playback Theatre. So do check that out. There's a link in chat as well. Also, I mean, I'm sure we'll be speaking about this a little bit later, but you can catch me on Roll for Damage next Monday because we're doing a bit of a crossover with the other Humblewood campaign. So I'm very excited and terrified for that. And then also next Wednesday here, we're doing a Christmas one-shot as well. So I am going to do all of the D&D next week. It's very exciting. Yeah.
With a couple of special guests as well. We have Tales of Pesh coming to play on Wednesday next. And quite possibly Knickerbrack as well, which is very exciting. I got to play with Knickerbrack. Daria knows Knickerbrack. I'm really hopeful with that one. She's on Prac next week, but she's seeing if she can't wrangle it. Karen, who the heck are you?
Oh, you're muted.
You're still muted.
Sorry.
Kinetic.
All that good material wasted.
I know. I was really funny just then, and you all missed it. I'm going to try and reenact it. Okay. Hi, I'm Ken. I'm a performer and writer, and today I learned what the Untitled Goose Game is, which apparently was a big cultural moment this year that I just totally missed. But with my new goose-based knowledge, I feel incredibly proud to tell you that you can follow me on Twitter at Mother of Bunnies. You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Lola Moore. You can listen to the podcast I'm in, therebedragonscast.com. I'm doing a bunch of stuff at Fringe. Can't be bothered listing them all. But I believe I am in the Christmas one-shot still. I'm also in the Humblewood crossover, so Monday night and Wednesday night I'll be back here next week. And I will also be on Winter's Tales the week after that. For the long-awaited extra add-on.
Next Thursday, Marv.
Right?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
We've got Monday on Roll for Damage, Wednesday here, Thursday Winter's Tales.
Holy
and I'll
shit,
be
it
on
is
Winter's
next
Tales on Tuesday.
Okay, so Monday night next week, Humblewood crossover right here. Wednesday night, Christmas one shot right here. Thursday night, head on over to AJ's Winter's Tales and we'll be wrapping up the Academy of Xandar with a little epilogue hunting down the Blood Mage, which I'm very excited for. And I think that is everything I had to say.
Amazing. Yes, all of this is true and more. Daria, who the absolute heck are you?
Yes, I'm Daria. What was I? Kittenish?
Kittenish.
Is that?
Because you have a cat.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I have look at this little jerk.
Oh.
Yeah, she senses when I'm about to start streaming D&D and comes. But yes, I'm an artist. I also play D&D at the Eldritch Scribe table on Twitch, and you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter. You can just say hi whenever. Yeah, that's me. Hello.
Excellent. And Nikolai. Who the
Hi.
heck are you?
I'm Nikolai. I'm Cossack Nico in chat. I just kind of float around playing D&D with my friends. And next week I will be joining Karen over on Winter's Tales to do our little Academy of Xandar epilogue, where I'll be reprising reformed bad boy Donnie Carbone.
Oh, Omi has just had such a good idea, Nikolai.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard yes on that idea. And Madame and Monsieur, Dame under Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on Corsair's Cove doing stuff. I will be running next Wednesday night. Don't be fooled. I will be there. It's just that I'll look like Santa Claus. Santa will be running the one-shot next week. I'm quite excited to be... Well, I'm not at all excited to be wearing the beard, but I am quite excited for the game because it's going to be quite fun. And I love every opportunity I get to play with Tales of Pesh. Beyond that, I'm going to be on the Phoenix Iwaki tomorrow night for the start of a brand new campaign, Coffin Rock, which is the Deadlands RPG game, which is going to be very exciting. I've never played it before. I will be playing the Rattlesnake Kid, which is a London-born boy, but he's got some very small amount of Mexican ancestry, and he's leaning heavily into that. Beyond that, you can find me on There Be Dragons, the podcast, and in Paparotica at Fringe World. I do an awful lot of other stuff. I'll be DMing Humblewood over on Monday night on Roll for Damage, and I will be over on Winter's Tales on Tuesday night for a cocktail making stream, because I used to do that for money. And so, we will be making D&D themed cocktails with AJ. I must also remind our fine, intricate, and possibly even handcrafted audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all of our things. We have all the socials, and you can check out episodes you've missed on YouTube. And it's important to note that tonight is the 50th episode of Humblewood in This World, which is rather exciting. 4 12-episode seasons and a pair of canon one-shots, and you can find them all on my YouTube. Sneaky YouTube plug. Check out there, and you can find all of them except for the last couple I'll get to in a minute. And in celebration of it being the 50th episode, we have a giveaway for tonight.
Woo!
Yeah, boy. Provided by the gelatinous goober himself, we have the opportunity for the audience to win a very own one-of-a-kind Arthur I Am a Boat goose mug. This is handcrafted by Serum76 himself, and anybody who types !ticket space 1 into chat goes into the running to win one of them things. Type !ticket space 1 in chat to go into the running to win that mug. That mug on that mug. There you go. There's a good one. So, who wants to do a recap for me, please? Oh, Daria. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Great. Okay, so after a night of merriment, the group woke up and found out that their buddy, Javier, was gone, mysteriously left through the night. And, well, now they're one person short, but they still have to deal with the pirate Skopps and Skopps?
Skops.
Skopps, thank you.
Skops is a much less scary name.
Sure.
Skips the pirate!
Yeah, he loves skipping around. But anyway, they still need to deal with that. And their friend Petra said that she has some info when they came to meet her. it turned out that her first mate, Julio, that's me, was a part of the Skopp's guy crew 10 years ago and still has some knowledge of his hideout. He also was able to pick, after a lot of trial and error and tears, pick a lock, and we found a lot of romantic letters and a boomstick in the chest. Boomstick was suddenly the center of Arthur's existence, which is great, and gave us a little bit of information. But after that, the gang interrogated the pirate they saved from the ship crash.
Yep.
Is that a word? Ship crash? Yes.
Yeah. Why not?
Probably. Yes. And yes. And after that, we dicked around a little bit, and Cash had streamlined our plan, which is get into the lair through the secret tunnel, try to get Skopp's away from pirates and the worm, because Skopp's apparently wants to become a sea monster, and that's not good. We don't want that. So far, we did get into the lair. We did not trip any alarms yet. We kind of got the lookout Dunsky, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Yes. Excellent. Arthur did indeed get groovy. Yes. Splendid. Well, mateys, may your interrogations be successful and all your hash browns have medicinal properties as we head tremulously at first and for the 50th time into the Humblewood. So, where we left the party, they had just gained entry to Skopp's hideout with their new accomplice, the reformed ex-pirate Julio Switchgear. And they, with Arthur and Eric doing their now patented Flight of the Birdfolk maneuver, you are all standing in a sea cave, which is just inside from a tidal pool. There is a guard in the watch post that was taken down by Julio and Kesh just before the alarm could be raised, and deeper into the cave you can see signs of habitation, but no sign that the alert has been raised. What do you do?
Just as a quick reminder, Pass Without Trace is still going.
Very well.
I don't know, it's up to you, DM, if you want us to redo stealth rolls or not, but that buff is still going.
I believe you rolled stealth to get in, so I have no problem with that continuing for a little while.
All right, let's chuck the body in to the sharks, and they'll take care of that, and then we head deeper in, yeah?
You did search the body and found a few bits and pieces. I think you found like a small amount of gold in his pockets, and possibly something of value that like was like a personal item that would indicate that killing him was a less than morally 100% sound thing. But,
yeah, about that. While the boys are chucking shark food into the pool, Julio would try to get Cash a little bit away from the group and say, Cash, we did just do a very cool thing. Like the 012, we got him. But I can't help but wonder if some of the guys there, and maybe girls as well, they maybe like don't want to be here, like I, and maybe they're a bit too scared to try and leave him. So we definitely, it's good that we didn't raise any alarm, but can we try to not kill too many people who are not the boss?
Well, of course. No, that's
Okay.
it's very reasonable. Yes. No,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I have no problem with that. We will try to incapacitate where at all possible.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, outside the cave, while we're dipping a body into sharks, I love killing people. Let's kill her.
Just tip it over. Just don't make a splash. Don't make a splash.
I could really get a bloodlust for this, I think.
Eric, I'm very worried about you, mate. That's coming from me. You should be worried too.
Very
Ash,
well.
having no knowledge of this very odd conversation, waits for them to get back, and then we'll be like, Julio's brought up a good point that we should be trying not to kill too many people because there may be others like Julio that are too scared to leave, and we should give them that chance.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a very good point. So I'll put this to you, Chief. If we have the choice between killing someone almost immediately or injuring them and allowing them to raise an alarm, you tell us what's the preference?
Well, preferably, we can incapacitate them in a way that they are not able to cry out.
Yeah.
But if it's our life or theirs, I want to leave alive. And they are
is
technically pirates.
Yeah, how possible is it to incapacitate someone with like an arrow?
Not easily.
Yeah.
It's more sneak up behind and bonk them on the head sort of a deal.
I mean, don't believe the lies put out there by the frying pan industry either. You smack somebody over the head with a frying pan, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to piss them off or kill them. Like knocking somebody unconscious. If you get hit so hard you fall unconscious, that's brain damage is what you just did.
Look, from a meta perspective, we can reduce them to 0 hit points without killing him.
That is also true. You can do that with arrows. Yeah, absolutely.
If it helps, I could probably sear people with lips shut.
That's slightly horrifying, but
No. Not at
okay.
all.
Let's just stick to non-lethal blows, shall we?
Yes,
I probably
non-lethal
can't
blows
do
where
that with-
possible, or give them a chance to surrender.
Okay. Whereabouts are we? Is it just one passageway going deeper in, or are there several?
You are
routes?
the mouth of a large cavern system, basically. Looking in, a winding pathway leads from the cave's entrance to a connecting chamber. You can roll me perception or investigation, whichever you favor. Both will see different but similar things.
And it's not lit, right? So if we don't have dark vision, do we have disadvantage? Or
It's not brightly lit. However, it is open to the air outside, so there is some light coming in from the door, well, from the cave mouth. A 23 is pretty good, Kesh. 20 from Eric. A 2 from Arthur, not so grand. And Julio?
Oh, can we all roll? I thought.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, a 23 and a 20's probably got you covered on most of the things to see. Yeah. Julio is probably a little bit concerned about meeting former comrades and friends and maybe
also
not
the
putting them down.
Sewing the mouths shut thing.
Yeah, that
he's
whole
definitely,
thing
like,
was...
eyeing
This
Eric.
guy's... what? And Arthur, your brain's on the fact you just fed someone to the sharks. It's another one off the bucket list, I imagine.
I think Alpha is still processing the non-lethal thing.
Yeah, it's like, how would that work if it happened?
Non-lethal damage.
If I break someone's spine, they're not dead, right?
They can
it's
be
the
satisfied.
Batman. It's the Batman technique.
Yeah. Hit them in the throat, that'll keep them quiet. I mean, yes, BP's here, technically speaking. I mean,
I had a
yeah.
crackhead give me that same advice once.
If you stab someone through the heart with a longsword, that keep them pretty quiet. Anyway, so the faint sound of the sea echoes from between the stalactites that hang from the ceiling. The walls are rough and porous to the touch. This chamber is about 60 feet wide. At the widest part, it sort of widens out from where you are standing, and it's about 80 feet long and has naturally occurring columns that would provide pretty decent cover, 4 of which are wide enough to hide behind. As I said last week, very few of the stalagmites and stalactites, the ups and the downs, are still there. Most of them have been demolished and very clearly have been removed. But the cavern itself has, probably from the flow of water, been swept clean So there's not a huge amount of like gravel or rubble on the ground. There is, however, 4 large pillars where stalagmite and tite have met and sort of formed one large post. They appear to have been left for structural reasons. The ceilings are about 25 feet high, and at the far end of the chamber, across it, is a barricade that has been built, particularly partially utilizing the natural rock formations with a couple of raised platforms on it. It resembles actually the port side of a ship, but looks like it's sort of been smooshed into place. So it looks like a very large, strong hand has just smushed it in there. There is a gate in it. Eric and Kesh, you will also notice a couple of odd-looking things mounted on the raised platforms. They are net guns. They sort of fire, a big web net thing. And you can both make out muffled conversation. But you cannot see anybody.
Right.
Do we have a clear view of that barricade?
Not from where you currently are. It'd be like you'd be sneaking out to have a look at the barricade and then duck your head back, so you're not very close to it. But you could go closer.
The net guns at us or away from us?
They are pointing at, this is a defensive structure, and they are pointing in the direction of you, yes.
I see.
This was not unexpected. It is on the map, though the net guns weren't necessarily highlighted on it. Burning hands.
What's the distance between where we are now and that structure?
Probably 80 feet.
Does this call for a boomstick?
Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. What Julio said. Maybe not yet.
Most of the structure is made of wood.
Is it a reasonable assumption? Sorry, this is Karen, not Kesh.
Sure.
Is it a reasonable something that if we step out into this space, people will be watching?
Not necessarily. They had a lookout.
Right.
And from what you can see, the lookout was to warn these people. The lookout's nest was quite well hidden. It was not supposed to have been able to be seen. You guys have very keen vision. I can't remember which one of you spotted it, but one of you did. And so the lookout is supposed to give a warning to these guys who would prepare. This is not a second level that is also... It is manned, but it's not currently like being looked out. You don't just post one lookout. You'd normally have somebody there keeping them honest as well. Otherwise, the person could go to sleep fairly easy. These are pirates, not military. Like any competent commander, and for whatever else you might say about Skopp, he's competent. He doesn't trust his idiotic crew to not fuck about. If they were good, they'd probably be in the actual army.
How many voices do we hear?
Sorry.
I would say Kesh can make out 3 individual voices. One is quite high pitched. You would guess a Luma or a Jerbeen. The others are
and I'll
deeper.
silently kind of hold up 3 fingers to the others, like point to my ear, and then be like.
How high up is it to the net guns?
15 foot up. 15 feet of up.
And any steps up there or anything, or is it just...
Not on the outside, no. Wouldn't be a particularly good defensive structure if there was an easy way to circumvent it from the outside.
So we couldn't just shimmy up the wall to a...
No, that's sort of the point.
Okay, cool.
However, Arthur is a goose.
I can wing through. I can jump.
I'm just thinking that there... I mean, it won't be an issue for us to get up, but there must be some way... I mean, they have people stationed out past it, unless they all help that one person get up. There must be some other way. Oh.
There's a gate in it, sorry, yeah.
In it? Sorry, yeah, okay.
There is a wall, and there is a gate in it, and then there are structures on the top.
On top of the wall. Right, I pictured it as the guns were in front of the gate.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it wouldn't be that hard to burn it down if we're done with the silent option, or I could probably get in there without them noticing me.
I could get up top.
We might be able to just, like, if we are able to just sneak through without attracting any attention, I think that would be the best option at this stage.
Well,
We don't want to, like, not that I'm opposed to creating a massive fire and burning it to the ground, but we want to build up to that.
I agree.
Kesh, you can also hear a campfire crackling behind it.
There is I can
That
hear
is good.
there is a fire, so one assumes they are chilling.
And not paying attention to what's on this side.
I mean,
Why
the
is that
voices
really
the voices you can hear are. I mean, I'm presuming you guys have gotten a bit closer. I would say you can get within 40 feet without needing to make a stealth check, given the pass without trace that was cast before. And we at 40-foot distance, that 23 from Kesh can hear them discussing what sounds like cards.
Oh, I think they're playing cards, so they're not paying attention. We might just be able to go through.
Oh, another thing to remember is that if they are next to a campfire, that means their eyes are not very good at the dark right now, right? Because there's a light source right in front of them. We can try to circumvent them.
Julio, the only trick about this is, Julio, you know the layout of this place reasonably well. This structure is, it's been changed and improved upon, but it was still here when you left this way 10 years ago. You guys, I'll remind you, have a map as well. One that I actually went to the effort of drawing.
Hey, I've been looking at it.
This
Yeah,
is
I
the
was
actual
looking at it.
map.
Oh, can I see one? Is there like a JPEG? Or is that the only...
I can message it to you if you like. But yes, there is a map. The map, basically, you are aware that it's here, and that you know that this place bottlenecks down to quite a narrow passageway just beyond where the campfire would be. The space behind this wall is no more than 25 foot wide. So there's getting past without being seen would be almost impossible, unless you were invisible.
Even then, we would need to open a door to get in there, right?
Unless you climb the wall.
Another question. Are the guns, does it look like you can turn them to be in the direction of the campfire?
Theoretically, you probably could.
We can try to use the guns.
And if we couldn't turn them, then I'm sure Arthur could just remove them.
Yeah, can do that. I'm thinking if we need to make our way past them anyway, and we don't want to kill somebody, what if we just scare them? I mean, Julio, what's the chances that if you go up to that door, they'll open it for you? We barge in and I hold the boomstick in that case and give them a very simple option of to leave or die.
That sounds great. One thing though, where are they going to leave? The way we came to Sharks or back to Skopps?
We left a boat.
There's a boat that could get over the sharks relatively simply if you just told them to run away.
Just send them out to find their mate just being eaten.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like the end of the
Two
lunch.
hungry hunter sharks could probably have dealt with the body relatively quickly, I'd have thought.
Or disturbing if they go out and he's still being eaten.
How,
like, what happened
how
to Steve?
probable? How probable is it that they would like recognize me? Because it's been 10 years. Or am I like piratey enough to like start thieves counting and they're like, oh, a boy.
It's the boy. I mean, you knew Dremen. So there's probably other people in this crew that you do know. Pirating is not a particularly safe profession, but you know that leaving Skopp's crew isn't the easiest thing in the world, so there's probably a few people around that know you. So probably not all of them, but you would, a rough guess would be 50% of the crew here probably remember you, maybe. Some favorably.
I was the best chef they ever had. Come on.
That's true.
If we all gathered up, Hope and I could get all of us on the other side of that barrier. We would definitely be within sight of them, but we would be able to get the jump on them at the very least. And if Arthur would be brandishing his boomstick at that time, then that might be enough to spook them.
I think that would scare the pants off them, to be honest.
Can I suggest
Really
another
cool
thing?
idea.
To build on Arthur's suggestion, what if I go in and say, "Hey, I'm back. Skopp is cool now. Take me to him," and they lead the way. They don't know that anyone else is here, so you follow suit. Maybe I
just feel
can
like-
even get the audience with him.
If you feel comfortable doing that, I mean, that does put you in the center of it all.
And quite possibly in a lot of danger. And they won't all go with you, I don't think. They'd be foolish.
I would also be concerned that they wouldn't be immediately suspicious of you. You've been gone for 10 years and they probably know that you've been living in port. I think that's something that we can have up our sleeve, but I think the risk outweighs the reward.
For now, at least. I think catching them by surprise is probably going to be the best way to go. It gives us the best chance of getting them to surrender, and us not having to kill them all.
Yes,
So
well, let's do it. I don't think it will be that difficult for us to sneak up there.
Yeah.
Arthur might need to give us a lift, but otherwise I think we'll be fine.
I can jump up and drop down I still have my very massive lasso. I'll drop that down for you to climb up.
What about the massive lasso?
Yeah, the best part.
So the plan is you're going to sneak up to the wall, climb said wall quietly, and then.
No, sorry. I got them confused in my head again. Once we get to the wall, I can just Hope and I
Climb
can
through it.
teleport us to the other side, and emerge in a ball of fire.
On the far side of the wall.
Will I have an idea of how noisy that teleportation is?
I would say it's like a gust of flame. I would like a small explosion of fire.
Oh, it's instantaneous, though.
Yeah. You're in a
just like
loud,
campfire.
large, echoey cave, but it's not like a boom that can be heard for 3,000 meters or 300 meters or whatever.
Feasibly, their campfire could have been reignited with something extra flammable.
Maybe.
Great.
Who knows?
You know, the fire was getting low. They just tipped some rum on it.
It depends. Yeah. All right. I love this plan. Sneak up. Roll me stealth checks. To stealth up next to the wall. How long does that pass without trace last?
An hour.
Okay, plenty of time then. Yeah.
And it adds a +10, and because we're in dim or darkness, I have advantage on stealth checks.
Nice. So Cash's stealth is a flat, a 29 for Cash, a 30 for Julio. Arthur rolled a sleight of hand, but I don't think it really makes any difference. 16.
No.
And Eric, with advantage, also got 29. Arthur is making it like, I think it's really just the only thing that anyone can hear anything at all is this slap, 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 slap of goose feet on rock. But it's not super loud. It's just sort of this patter, 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 patter thing. I saw an amazing thing on Instagram of a duck running around, really like a goose running around a lot.
It's adorable,
very
really.
Quietly. It's adorable, yeah.
Laying down a rhythm.
Slap, 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 slap. But yeah, you do not
Pitter
raise the
patter of
alarm.
death.
Now is not the time for the drum.
Yes.
That comes later.
Don't mess with the honk or you'll get the bonk. Right, you do this. So, you are going to... Eric, I presume you get Hope out, possibly before you get within 30 feet. Of
So I got Hope out before we came in.
That's right, you did, yes.
Yep. So she's just been casually hanging out with us.
Yep.
Probably lighting our way, actually, which might be an issue later. Cool. Yeah. We all kind of huddle up, and it happens. We can go a distance of 15 feet. I don't know what's on the other side, so I would just try to go 15 feet straight ahead.
You can get a rough idea as you get close to the wall. As you get close to
the shape of the cavern.
Yeah, and you can see over at the back wall of the cavern beyond, and get a rough idea so you don't end up in solid rock. So yeah, I would say you could definitely, and I imagine it's one of those teleportation spells where, you know, if you bump into someone else's unoccupied space, everything just sort of gets shunted aside. Does it?
Yeah. We, in terms of being in objects and stuff, yes. I'm just looking up the rules for the teleportation. Yeah, the spirit and each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 15 feet to unoccupied spaces you can see.
You have to be able to see. You could teleport to the top of the wall.
Or we could climb to the top of the wall and then teleport down.
Doing that would be a lot harder to do very, very, very quietly.
Only one of us needs to get up there.
Could we sneak and look through the gate? Is the gate see-through? Does it have
the gate is not see-through. It does, however, have a crack in it. I would certainly allow Eric. This would be a perception check to be able to see enough of the other side to be able to confidently teleport yourself to it.
16.
16 is, yeah, I'll give you that. I'm not going to give you any other information about what's on the other side, but yes, you can teleport to a space that's not going to hurt anybody by teleporting into it.
Okay.
You do make out where the fire is, for example.
Sure.
We won't teleport into that.
Well, specifically, I don't want to hurt any of them.
Very well. No.
All right.
What happens when you get there as well? There's an explosion of fire, isn't it?
There's an explosion of fire. Arthur, I want you to point the boomstick at them, and I'll have my bow out. And Julio and Eric, if you could just pick whatever you think will make you look the most threatening, and then I'll tell them to surrender, and hopefully they do.
Oh, just a second. I touch the boomstick, and my claw lights up red, and I charge up the boomstick.
Yep.
It
was already charged, but yes.
I was? Okay,
yeah.
Great.
It comes charged.
Great. And the explosion happens where we leave. So there will be an explosion on our end where we are now.
Right. Cool.
How big of an explosion?
It's just a 5 foot. Each creature within 5 feet of the space that we left must succeed on a dex save.
Okay, so we're not going to blow a hole in the wall.
No, probably not.
In teleporting to the other side of the wall, we're not going to blow a hole.
Yeah, you're not going to break the wall.
How many times can you do this teleportation?
Infinite.
Yeah, technically it's not. Yeah.
What is this subclass? I'm dying to know.
Wildfire Druid.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I think they're in, I want to say Tasha's?
I think so.
Yes.
I've never read it, but...
Yeah.
There's lots of good subclasses in Tasha's.
Yes. It is indeed a finale. Alrighty. So,
yes, we huddle up and we do the thing.
You do that. Beyond the ship wall and the gate is a small area set up like a campsite. It is a semicircle with the wall forming a 50-foot straight line across it. There is a small campfire, a table with 5 chairs, and a couple of bedrolls on the floor. There are ladders which go up to the net guns, and beyond this is a narrow cave tunnel. And you blamp through, and you hear this, and you reappear, ready to go. Not sure exactly what to aim at, but I'm imagining you take aim very, very quickly afterwards. You see there are 5 individuals on this side. They're all sitting at the table playing cards. 2 of them look pretty dispirited, like they're probably losing at cards. There are another 3, however, as well. There's one is a small Jabin woman that Julio you recognize. There are 4 others as well beside a strig, a raptor, a hedge, and a mapatch. They are all but the strig are men. The strig is a woman as well. And yes, the one you recognize of the 5, there's only one, but you recognize her, Julio. This is Raleigh Burrowbright. When you left, she was the 2nd mate.
Is she cool?
You and she, I'm going to say, were friends. You can determine if you were more than that. That was how I had it in my head before, like when I was originally planning this. But yeah.
Can I roll for it? Can I roll for romance?
You can decide. Yeah, absolutely. Decide however you
What
like.
do I roll for this?
I'm your choice.
Roll a 20 and set an arbitrary number. At which point, if you go higher than that number, then they were totally, you know, banging tails.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Or
how do I
beans have sex?
Roll 20. Okay. So, like
left
10 or
is,
higher.
10 or higher, you were banging.
Okay. Roll it. Give me the bang.
Straight 20.
Natural 20.
You were
She's
definitely
the love of my
banging.
life.
You were definitely banging. Yeah, not only maybe she wasn't love of your life, but she really thought a hell of a lot of you, and it was a significant bone of contention. You wanted to leave. She didn't. She covered for you when you left, but she had you had thought she would come with you. And
Tell me the name one more time.
Raleigh Burrowbright.
Raleigh.
And yeah, you appear after a bang, and they're all like, "What the hell? What's going on?" They turn around. Raleigh turns and sees you all, and she smiles and says, "I told Skopps you'd find this entrance, and now I get to deal." Julio?
Raleigh. Hi.
Did not expect to see your face again. I thought
Well-
you left me for good.
I haven't left you. I left Skopp's.
The rest are, like,
I'm not going to
reaching
light
for
them on
guns.
fire then.
The rest are reaching for weapons.
Okay, nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move. No one say anything.
Well, this is a bit of a problem, Julio. Who are your friends?
Well, they're much better plot than Skopp's is. Listen, we're not here to trouble you or anyone else. We just have to deal with the crazy guy over there.
Look, we're really here about the worm. So if you guys could surrender and lay down with your hands on your backs so we can tie you up, that'd be great. Then you don't have to die and we don't have to kill you. My friend there has a boomstick.
Julio, you can make me an insight check.
Insight check. Okay.
D-Rab, they are
Horrible
breaking
insight.
into the pirate's back passage to make off with all of his booty.
Nice.
Oh, mainly the
insight.
worm.
Not so much.
6 though.
Yeah.
Oof.
You see her eyes squint down, and it's like you're familiar enough with her face, even after a decade. You remember this look of she's made up her mind. And she says, "Well, then you stepped into the wrong cave, lovers." Lubbers, sorry, lubbers. As in landlubbers, not lovers. Sorry, I just want to be very clear that that's what she said. She did not say the other thing. Her accent's a bit funny. "You stepped into the wrong cave, lubbers. Fire at will." And she almost like looks at Arthur, like daring him, and leaps forward, like pounces straight at the goose.
100.
Can I intercept her? I'm also jumpy.
Oh, all right. I will allow that you can use your reaction to do this, and then we will roll initiative.
Okay.
Julio, make me a grapple check.
Oh no!
The only way I could see this being is a grapple check, so an athletics check.
Athletics. Okay. For some reason proficient. 18.
I think it's because background is sailors come with a proficiency in athletics. Very well. I shall, in fact, BP's here. Can you please roll me 1d20 in chat? Roll space 20 in chat. She has a +8 to acrobatics, so this is fairly good. So if
A
we
9
get
or lower, please.
a 9 or lower
Yeah,
from
please roll
BB's here, you can tackle her before she gets in line with it. Oh, 12. No. She dodges to the side, and actually, like, you get a soft tap in the ribs, Julio. I feel like you've sort of what's the word? Trained with this woman before, and she was good even back then. She was good, and whenever like she would that's a I could have stabbed you just then sort of tap. Roll initiative, please.
Damn it! They could have just laid down their weapons. We could have just had a nice day.
Yeah.
She has
So-
a bit of a bone to pick with one of your dudes.
So I was not able to intercept. Is she like on top of Arthur, like grappling for the gun? What is she trying to do there?
She is, I'm going to say, 10 feet in front of Arthur. Like, she has closed half the distance. She has rolled very high for her. She got a 19 for her
I
initiative.
got a 20. Haha.
Cash, very nice. The rest of her guys got a natural 1. So they got 3, which is the guys. Then Cash got a 20. Is that a filthy 20?
Yes, dirty 20.
Julio got a 13.
13.
Eric got a 5. You still go before all the dudes, and Arthur got an 8. Yeah. So, she is going to go first. Cash is going to go first, and then it will be Raleigh. Cash, Raleigh is 10 feet. I'm figuring you're standing next to Arthur, so she is 10 feet in front of you and has drawn a rapier and a dagger.
I'm holding the boomstick in my hands, but if Kesh kind of moves first, I'm just gonna be like, eh?
Cash could just grab the boomstick. Boom! Stick.
Oh no! And then goodbye, Raleigh. Shit.
Yeah, because Kesh should be a little bit torn. She just agreed not to kill people, and clearly Julio knows this. This lovely lady, Jevine.
But perhaps.
Well, that's
boomstick?
drama.
Well, for flavor, because Kesh had her bow out, not her swords.
Yes.
And she would be shooting at disadvantage if she were to try and shoot Raleigh because she's only 10 feet away.
No, you'd be fine. It's if she's within 5 feet, you would be at disadvantage. 10 feet, you can still feather someone at 10 feet.
Right. But for flavor,
Yes.
I would like to move forward and use my bow as a club.
Club. Very well. This will be like a 1d4 club damage improvised weapon. I will make you proficient with it because you are.
I'm proficient with all simple and martial weapons.
Yes, but however, this is an improvised weapon, which you're not necessarily proficient with. However, the fang bow is sort of designed to punch people with, because it's got fangs sticking out the front of it.
It does
Yeah.
have fangs sticking out the front.
So I will actually make this a 1d6 piercing weapon.
Okay.
Similar to a short sword, but it's very much a punch dagger sort of situation. And yeah, you may roll an attack.
Would this be plus my strength?
No, it's a dex weapon.
So should I just use my short sword?
Yeah, it is functionally a short sword weapon.
Oh no.
Oh no. 8, you miss. But Kesh has another shot. You have 2 extra attack.
I do have extra attack. I'm really nervous now.
Do you want to cast any spells?
Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Right, I swing ineffectively at her twice.
You punch her with your dagger, standing in front of Arthur for some reason. And yeah, she just dodges to one side and then sort of bats your bow away with the other. And she says, "I thought you would be better."
So did I!
Oh, that's hurtful.
It's now her turn. She is going to use. Hang on, let me just. Right, yes, she is going to multi-attack you, Cash.
Damn it.
Because you're up in a grill, you're up in a George Foreman, so I'm just going to roll 3 attack rolls. A nat 1, a 17, and a 15 on the dice. Plus
all of those hit.
Yep.
Sorry,
not the nat
the 2
one,
that
but
aren't
the
the
other
one.
2, I imagine. Yeah.
Yes.
So she is going to make. She's going to hit you once with her rapier and once with her dagger.
Damn it! I should have just tried to kill her. This is what I get for being nice.
Yeah, this is it. Always backfires. Plus 4 each time, so that's actually not very bad. 16, 21 points of.
Not bad.
Could have been a lot worse. No,
That's half
21.
my hit points.
No, sorry. So it's 11. Sorry.
11.
I rolled a 4 and a 1 on the attack dice.
Well, there
and
goes
she
my
has
temps.
She has a plus 4. So yeah. And that's her, really. And she, as a bonus action, is going to take the help action to attack, to let one of her buddies also get advantage on attacking you.
Of course, she's a swashbuckler. Shit.
Yes, she is. All right, it's now it's Julio's turn. That's appropriate. What you gonna
Question.
do, Julio?
Well, I have a question. She used 2 attacks with the rapier, 1 with a dagger.
Yes.
Does she have a bonus action for help?
She is not built in that. She's not a PC. She's an NPC.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
her multi-attack
It's
is 3
different.
attacks.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
she has a bonus action.
Okay, because I'm currently also debating if I need to give anyone a help action for something cool or not. Okay. Well, I get up. I try to like cross blades with her. Can I speak before I attack?
Oh, BBC, thank you so much for the gift sub. Congratulations, Nelderberry. Enjoy those chat emotes. Yes, you may. Absolutely.
Okay. I will come in with the rapier and say, "We're not here for you. If you want to stay and rule this little pirate cove after we're done, fine. Why are you protecting Skopp? He's a madman."
Her response is, "After you left, I began to see things his way. He will be a god, you know. Why fight that? I would rather sit at his hand than yours."
I thought you're the kind that would never get from someone's hand. I thought you're your own person, and I will attack.
Very well. This, I will tell you, you can tell it's coming from a place of hurt. But that hurt came a decade ago.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
old wound. I don't think we can patch this up in like a 6-second window.
Yeah, not so much. Chat, throw up !ticket space 1 in chat to go into the draw for a beautiful I'm a Boat mug.
I'm also missing. Well, 16 though.
16. Her AC is higher than that.
Shit, we both missed fully. Oh my god. Well, that's my turn.
She
She's kicking our butts.
bats your blades away. Yeah.
Shit, I can well, no, if I move out of the way, Cash will be alone here.
The
yeah,
other
I'm
four.
not gonna move.
Yeah. The other 4 are gathered around the table still. Nicely
Okay.
clustered, boys. Arthur, it's your turn.
Arthur considers the boomstick for a moment.
Really want to. Oh, it's a boomstick. Oh.
He kind of
Good against a
on.
cluster though.
Yeah, it's clustered as
Arthur
well.
wants big boom.
They're like a little group there.
Eric can also deal with clustered boys.
Yeah.
They've also not gotten up from the table yet, and
I mean, they're in the process. They're reaching for weapons right now. Like,
Okay.
a couple of them are getting out hand crossbows. A couple more are drawing cutlasses. Like, they're definitely gonna follow her.
True, but if we can avoid making loud noises for the moment, and
That's true.
I think Arthur, seeing the exchange between what was his name, Raleigh and Dari and Julio,
I think Arthur's just gonna take out his big fuck off hammer. He's gonna rage.
Oh no.
2 reckless attacks on Raleigh.
Good.
And as Arthur...
Nerds of the West, thank you so much for the rage. I do apologize, Nikolai. Nerds of the West, thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, throw them raid emotes up in chat. Guys, absolute pleasure to have you. We have a giveaway for this evening for our season finale. Type !ticket space 1 in chat, and you too could get an Arthur mug. That mug on a mug. How great would that be? So, Arthur, tell me about this rage and smooshing that you're going to be doing.
Arthur's rage at this point is like, he's got these like shadowy shades that kind of swirl around him, but as he focuses in on Raleigh, it's almost as if any movement she takes to attack someone else is like redirected at Arthur. And it's almost like I don't know, masochistic in a way, if that's the right word for it.
I don't know, maybe.
But 2 reckless attacks, 22 for the first.
I'm afraid to ask, are they non-lethal?
24 for the second.
I don't know, are they non-lethal with the God Hammer? It's actually what the thing is called.
Oh no! That does not sound non-lethal.
I mean, it's not called the Death Hammer.
No,
Arthur is gonna...
It does, however, do necrotic damage.
Does do that. Arthur's gonna
Or
go
fire. Or fire.
And fire. It's not an and-or
Not
situation,
better.
it's a both.
Look, Arthur is trying to incapacitate in this moment. Whether he succeeds is really...
Roll the damage, Arthur.
So that's 11
plus 2d4s.
16.
Oh, yeah, plus 44s.
44 plus 9 plus 4
Plus
from
4 rage damage. So 20, 31, 40.
Jesus.
And now she has disadvantage to attack anyone else, and everyone else has resistance to her damage.
Correct. Yeah, noted. She she seems a little concussed. I'm gonna be honest.
And after that, Arthur's gonna look to the rest. He's like, I would advise that the rest of you fold your fucking cards right now and sit back down at the table.
GM's Workshop, thank you so much for the raid. Guys, we've just had another raid. Amazing. GM's Workshop, thank you so much for the raid. This is our season finale. You are extremely welcome here. Season finale of of Monsters and Magic. We have a special giveaway for this evening. Type !ticket space 1 in chat to go into the draw. I have a goose mug that is just waiting to be given away with Arthur Breakbill's face on it. It says, I am a boat, because he is. It's an in-joke. Stick around, you'll figure it out.
I'm a boat, and you can be too with this limited edition mug.
Nice.
Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the raids. Amazing. E-coach. Oh, I love the gun. Like each coach 1 police. That looks cool. Alrighty. Yeah, Arthur has just done a significant chunk of her total hit points. I will tell you that for free. Eric, what do you do? Thanks very much, GM's Workshop. Have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for the raid.
Do they look like... do any of them look like they have listened to Arthur's threat?
Arthur, can you roll me an intimidation check, actually? Sorry, I was just going to play a raid. Because, yeah, that's a valid, fair point.
Come on, we believe.
Eric
we believe.
is a wildfire druid. Elderberry?
I have inspiration left over from something. Can I use that?
I think I gave you inspiration for a really cool piece of character work, so yes, I'll allow it.
Oh, the best time.
Well,
12. A couple of them look like they're considering it. A couple of them like, yeah, okay, guy's a very, very scary man. He does have the boomstick, which we know. Like, we're familiar with what that thing does, and it's freaking terrifying. So yeah, a couple of them do look like they're going to drop their weapons. However, two of them, one of them is actively raising a hand crossbow to point at you, Arthur. So two of them look like maybe, two of them look like Yeah, all right. No, this guy's dangerous and terrifying. We should kill him. Eric.
Seeing that person aiming the crossbow at Arthur, I'm going to step between that person and Arthur, raising my talons out, and I'm going to cast Burning Hands on a lot of them.
On all of them.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
well. You
I
do
mean,
that.
why not?
Yeah.
I
why
don't.
not?
I don't think there's any way of me getting Riley in it, but that's fine. They can deal
No.
with her.
Riley's about 15 feet away from the cluster. Cast Burning Hands and tell me
Yeah.
what I need to do to save their lives.
This is a Dex save throw.
Dex save. Not grand. A 3, a 2, and a 4. And the final one gets a 9. Even with a plus, whatever it is, probably not very much. 2. A 9 is an 11 was the highest. So they probably take the full damage.
They sure do. That's 12 points of
12.
damage
They
to the
all
lot of them.
immolate a bit. Not a lot. They're not dead, but they are all very much on fire. Do
burning-
flammable objects catch?
Yes, they do with Burning
And-
Hands.
And is it just an area, or is it people?
It's a 15-foot cone. So,
So you boomstick them.
Yep.
Fuck their
it's-
cards.
It's their cards, the table,
cards, the
potentially
table.
even a part of the wooden structure itself.
Yeah.
If it goes that far.
I wouldn't say it does, actually. It stops
Okay.
short. But yeah, the table, the chairs, and the people sitting on the table and chairs, some of their weapons. I'm going to actually say that too. That guy, his crossbow discharges into the floor. So he is now disarmed.
Yeah.
Because the fiery bolt just... Yeah, everything just broke a bit. And they all took 12 points of fire damage, which none
Yep.
of them enjoyed at all.
I suggest that you all fucking leave.
Secondary intimidation check, Eric, and I will give you advantage given Arthur's previous success.
Hell yeah.
Also, he just set them all on fire.
And he also set them
Yeah.
on fire. But yeah, Arthur's very scary too. Let's not forget about Arthur. Kesh and Julio are not scary at all, but...
They have
It's
two
true.
parts of the group: the scary
Yeah.
ones and the.
Yeah.
Did you
The
say with
terrifying
advantage?
birdfolk, yes. The terrifying birdfolk and the not so scary humble folk. A 4 with advantage. Gosh, it's neg 1. The remaining 2 are like angry now.
That's fine.
Two of
They're
them
all still
are
kind
like putting down their weapons though. But yeah, I'm gonna say unless they roll very low, a 13 and an 18. No, you just pissed them off.
That's fine. Hope is going to fly over their heads into the group, and then she's going to teleport back to me.
Doing how much damage?
It's
Down to
1d
liberation.
1d6 to all of them. They need to make a dex save.
Dex save for all of them. 2 of them are very busy surrendering. They both fail. A 16 and an 18, however, do pass. The 2 that didn't need to pass failed, and the 2 that were continuing to fight you succeeded.
Right. Makes sense. So this is 1d6 plus proficiency.
Which is 2?
No, it's 3. So that's 9
Oh,
damage
yeah, that's
total.
right. Wow, okay. Yeah, if they pass the check, they take half?
They take 0.
Okay. You killed the 2 who were surrendering.
Oh my god!
Arthur
We're the
looks-
worst.
Arthur,
They had
it's-
20 hit points, and you've just done 21. The 2, however...
I gave them a choice.
Well, no,
They're
this is
like
it. So the
Ash
2
now.
were putting stuff down were like not. They were remaining seated at the table because they're terrified. The other 2 had gotten up and therefore were in a better position to dodge and dive to the sides as you immolated them. I'm going to say that given that you only beat their total hit points by 1, they're not unsavable, but they are definitely currently unconscious and bleeding out. Given that you're intending to. And Eric's a nice guy, I would say you're not intending to kill. It's just very much a byproduct of what you've done. So these 2 guys are, I believe it's their turn now?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
They are both not overly happy with the fact that, like, one of them is like, hey, that guy owed me 5 gold pieces. And dives at you, Eric, with his cutlass, and he is going to make a pair of cutlass attacks at you. However, a 1 on the dice, not so great. But a 15. This is the second one.
I believe that is my... Nope. My AC is 16, baby.
Ah, you dodge aside very nicely. The second one is going to shoot you with a hand crossbow twice.
So I should say that's including shield. Is that okay for me to have shield as my free action?
You can definitely reaction shield, yes.
Yeah, see. No, as in not the spell, the object.
Use your shield. Right. I don't mind. You weren't armed with anything else. However, a 22 to shoot you. It's a crit fail and a 22. So he only hits you once, but I'm pretty confident the 22 with a hand crossbow does hit you.
Absolutely.
And he also got a 6 on the dice. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
He's like, what? You just burned 2 of my friends to death.
You shot me!
And we go back to the top of the order. Kesh!
Okay, so Raleigh is injured now, yes?
Raleigh is very injured.
Very injured. Okay. So if I were to try and rugby tackle her,
It would be
could
an
I do it
athletics
with
check.
advantage?
No.
He just got hit in the head with a hammer.
I will lower the DC, but I would say, tell you what, you wouldn't have advantage. She would have disadvantage to dodge it.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try and rugby tackle her to the ground. So acrobatics?
It's
or...
athletics to make the. She can use acrobatics to dodge, but it's athletics to do the grapple.
Yeah, the dexterous guys are doing the tackling this game. I don't know why.
Yeah, that
It's
barbarian
probably
would
a
be
bad
super good at
choice,
this.
but you know what? It feels characterful, and I'm going with it.
I love it. Yeah. Come on, Cash. 12.
Have -2.
Not
Oof.
awful. She does have a +8 though. However, so
Oh
let's
god.
see.
Crit fail, crit fail, crit fail.
She got a 13. So with disadvantage, she got a 5 on the dice, but it is with +8. So yeah, you dive for her, Kesh, as your first attack, and she dodges out of it. She actually sort of faints backwards a little bit, like she's stunned, and you dive in between her and Arthur. This is the second time someone small has tried to grapple her, and yeah, she's a slippery bugger.
Cool. Right.
That would constitute an attack action, so you do have an extra attack. You can try again. I will not, however, give her disadvantage this time.
If I tried to, like, sweep her feet out from under her, would that be dex rather than strength?
Like, trip her over?
You know when you kind of swing your leg into someone's ankles to try and knock their legs out?
Yeah, alright. Yes, I will allow you to make an athletics check to try and trip this person. It's opposed athletics. Sweep the leg.
Athletics
exactly.
is still strength based.
Sorry, acrobatics, rather. Acrobatics. Opposed acrobatics.
Cool. Jesus.
Oh my god, this is
That's
painful.
rough. That is rough. She got a 1 on the dice,
She's got a +8.
but she has a +8. And you can't crit
But
fail
it's
or
a
crit.
fail.
No, it's a crit. You can't crit fail or succeed ability checks. Yeah, she does pass because you roll very badly. Yeah, Cash, it was a great idea, but she jumps over your sweeping leg. Do you have anything else? You have a bonus action.
Right. Let me see.
She is, however, Cash, make me an insight check.
Oh, you know, dirty 21 on the fucking inside check.
She's terrified.
Aww.
Her eyes are like frantically looking around, like rapidly reassessing the situation. She was very confident right up until Arthur came in.
cool.
Yes. I don't actually think the lucky feet would help. Cossack Nico. She hasn't rolled any ones yet. She's just rolling very low.
Look,
Yeah.
well, I've
What's
tried
all
to trip
that
her and I've
blood trauma?
failed, and I'll say, we don't want to kill you.
That's not what I'm getting from this. She's just like
Mixed
slurred a little
messages.
bit, blinking her eyes independently.
You tried to kill us.
That-
Just stop trying to kill us and we'll stop trying to kill you.
Is that all? You happy? You done?
Yep, I'm done.
She says, all right, fine, I stopped trying to kill you. She disengages and rabbits.
Which
She's
way?
going to run out of the, run down the tunnel away from you.
Oh no, someone stop her.
She
Do I get an
disengages-
opportunity attack? Opportunity
No,
attack?
she disengages.
Damn it.
She disengages from the three of you, and she blams out of there, top speed, top mouse speed. So yeah, she dashes. She can move. She can double dash because she's a rogue. So she can. She hightails it out of there.
Right, we're gonna. The entire pirate keep is gonna know we're here.
She heads around the corner, and Kesh, I will say that you can make a perception check, as can Julio and Arthur. Eric is involved with somebody else right now.
14.
15.
19 from Julio does hear the sound of sloshing water down the corridor, where there was not before. Like a
So-
splash of something landing in a boat, say.
Is she running the way we came or deeper
No,
into
no.
the cave?
Deeper into the cavern system.
Fuck.
You did a really big chunk of her total hit points in
Is
one
it
round.
my turn now?
It is your turn now.
I will turn to the guys and say, I'll try to get her. Deal with these guys. And he will run after her.
You can, of course, do the double dash as well, and
Yep.
you will get... So, Julio, you make your way down this tunnel. After about 30 feet, you turn a corner and find yourself on a small ledge. It's not surprising to you to find yourself on this small ledge. You are looking down into a... Hang on, I've actually described the room. You're standing on a rocky shelf. A rope ladder hangs down 40 feet to a tunnel that is flooded with water. The tunnel is 25 feet wide and over 100 feet long and makes a right turn at the far end. You can see all of this because in the left-hand wall there is a series of small holes. Well, anything up to about 5 to 10 feet wide holes, which let in light. These are cracks in the rock, some of them quite large, which probably account for the amount of water in there. The water isn't super deep, it's only about 5 foot deep. However, at the bottom of this drop, you can see your erstwhile companion in a rowboat. She has just started rowing away.
With my cool jump, can I try
You
to
can
land
definitely
on the boat?
make it to the rope. The boat is only maybe 10 feet laterally away from you, but 40 foot down. She jumped from the top into it.
I will do the
Cinematic
same.
though. Julio switchgear flying through the air, landing superhero style in the boat.
Yeah.
There is a rope ladder down to the boat.
But do I have enough speed?
Well, I will allow you to make an acrobatics check to sort of slide down the rope.
So to minimize the damage, yeah.
Yeah, and to
Okay.
conserve your movement.
Okay. I will. 18.
Very nice. Yeah, you make it to the boat. You land in the boat. I would say you've used all of your movement and your bonus action, but you are face to face with Raleigh, who is just getting this little dinghy underway, just using the oars to push herself away from the mooring post. And she turns to you and says, "I knew it would be you."
So I still have my action.
Yes.
I will get my rapier and I will turn it handle to her. And I will put it in front of me, sharp end to my side, and say, I'm not here to fight you. Stop and talk to me.
Make me a persuasion check, Julio.
I don't have anything. I don't have any stank to put on it. Shit.
You are the most charismatic member of this party, however, with a solid +1.
And we're rolling like ass, so I'm not sure that counts for anything. Okay, the fact that I'm disarming myself, does that give me advantage?
It's making her prepared to listen to you at all.
Okay, fuck.
A big goose that you're with showed up and smacked her around the head for, I'll be honest,
That
3/4 of her hit points.
Yeah, that is fair.
It's a good
Oh,
boy.
come on.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
I don't believe in crit fails, but that was not, like, that's the dice going, nah, probably not, baby.
Oh. We were being so nice to her.
Listen, if that means that she pushes the rapier into me, that's fine. I'm fine with it. Oh, fuck. Well, that's my turn.
It is. Eric. You're
Arthur?
Arthur, sorry. The target of your rage. That was actually me reading the list wrong. I forgot. I didn't see the A. It wasn't. I was getting the names wrong. I promise. Arthur. Yeah, the target for your rage has just rabbited. Julio took off in hot pursuit.
He did. But Arthur has just watched Eric burn 4 people, and in his very strange, twisted sense of things, Alpha is going to kill the remaining 2 before Eric can. And he's gonna do it recklessly, obviously.
Jesus.
Kind of bloodthirsty. I literally just said, can we try not to kill too many people?
17.
That's 1 dead.
And on the second one?
Well, I mean, roll the damage, but probably.
The first one is 13.
Definitely. Yeah.
Buttons.
1 dies of a crushed spine, and the third also, you like just annihilate his ribcage. In fact, well, no, you described to me how you do this, but I'm going to be honest. Given the fact that you're doing necrotic damage with this hammer, they die. That's it. Just you can't non-lethal necrotic damage.
Alpha sees the fire just absolutely incinerate all of these guys at the table, and I think after Raleigh runs away, he just almost desperately jumps in front of Eric and just whacks both of them in the head, just to end it as quickly as possible.
The way I see this is they're flanking Eric. Eric ducks, and you just take both out with 1 swing.
Yeah.
Like Eric ducks the swing of one of their sabers, and you just take both guys clean out with a single massive swing of this hammer. You do that. But I wanted to become famous, Karen. I could buy followers and viewers. Never mind.
Don't you want to do it authentically? With organic growth?
That's for suckers. Come on.
Or through a Pornhub career.
Oh, yeah. Need to get some OnlyFans going.
Brendan, you clearly don't pursue Pornhub enough. So, moving past that comment, yes, you annihilate those 2 guys, Nikolai. Eric, Arthur just killed your guys.
Yeah, so just to be clear, the 2 guys that I ended did not die. That was my understanding.
Technically bleeding out. I'm going to roll a death save for both of them. 1 passed and 1 failed. So one is okay-ish.
Oh yes.
And the other, I mean, they're both still on fire.
Look,
they're taking damage.
I have experience in treading burns.
Yes.
So I'm gonna just have a glance at Arthur. And then I'm going to... Can I Can I put out the fire on both of them and do a medicine check on one of them, or is that too many things?
I will allow, like, given your affinity with fire, you can probably have your Phoenix, like, absorb the flames.
Yeah.
Don't make this a canon ability that it possesses, but in this instance, I'm allowing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Yep, the fires just come out, and I go to the one who looks the worst off, and get some ointments out and some bandages and do a medicine check to stabilize.
Yep, very well.
Straight roll?
Yes.
Yeah. 18.
Yeah. You stabilize the one that was worse off. The other one looks just badly singed, but you can see he's breathing. The other one wasn't breathing, but you thought you might be able to save him, and you did. You managed to, like, one solid thump on the chest, but they're both unconscious.
Great.
I'm gonna bring this back round to Kesh, before we go to Julio and Raleigh facing off. Kesh, from the map, you know that the tunnel is probably about 30 feet long, and you just saw Julio disappear down it.
Right. But we're out of enemies out here now, though.
Yeah. The other 4 guys were defeated, not silently, but pretty quickly.
I'm going to say, if they're still alive, tie 'em up. And then I'm going to run down the corridor after Julio.
You do that. You make it 30 feet down the corridor. You come to the same thing that Julio could see. A large room filled... Basically, it's about the same size as an Olympic swimming pool. Filled with about an Olympic swimming pool's worth of water. And it is currently just put rocky all along. On one side, on the left-hand side, there is cracks in the wall that you can hear the ocean pounding against the cliff face. You know that this is the outside wall of the cliffs, and you can see water occasionally sprays in. Just small amounts, but it definitely is, like, you get the impression, you know that it's currently high tide, so this obviously filled up very gradually with the spray coming in through those cracks. It's not super deep. And about 40 feet below you, in a little jolly boat, is a not very jolly conversation.
I can't get to them, can I?
You've used your movement to get there. You could use your action to dash.
Yeah, but, like, have they pushed away so I wouldn't be able to, like, climb down into the boat as well?
She was in the act of pushing away. I would say you could still get... And the water is only 5 foot deep.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll try to get to them.
You can do... I will allow you the same I allowed Julio to rope slide down. It'll probably hurt a bit, but you're wearing gloves. You got furry, leathery, map-patchy hands. Something along those lines. It's not racist. She's a raccoon. Acrobatics check to descend rapidly.
Okay.
Come on, Kat.
Yeah, I'm saving all my
there
my
it is.
good
Yeah,
rolls
your
for
ability checks
dex.
tend to be fairly good. Yeah, you land in the boat behind Julio. You see that Julio is pointing his own rapier at himself. The look on Raleigh's face does not appear to be super convinced. And you two are the ones she's not scared of.
We haven't done any damage this fight, by the way. No damage from
You haven't
both
even
of us.
managed to tackle her or trip her over or anything. You're quite good at keeping up with her, but other than that, you arrive. Kesh, you've used your action to do that, so you can't attack. You have a bonus action. You could speak a sentence.
Please don't stab him!
Make me a persuasion check. The DC is quite high.
I do not make it.
Why? Why are we like this? Oh my god. We were like last session.
You know
Remember how
you
we
know
like
how
fucking
you,
killed that guy
you
and
know
just
how you
like that?
specifically asked her not to stab him, and then got a natural one on that request.
Did I just ensure
I'm
that
getting
Julio's
stabbed.
gonna get
You
stabbed?
might
It
be
is
about
what
to
it
be
is.
stabbed, Julio.
I'm really sorry. This wasn't what I wanted.
You gave her an idea.
You know what she's gonna do though? She is not gonna stab you. She's like, I won't! And then she is going to leap into the air and double kick you in the chest. Like, knocking you out of the boat, like karate kick you out of the boat. So she is going to make an acrobatics check. This is like basically the opposite of what you did to her, Cash. So Julio, I will allow you to attempt to use your acrobatics to dodge this.
I'll try. Let's see.
Is this against Julio?
Yes.
16.
Hey.
16. Not bad. So I'm gonna ask Q-Dogger. No, Q-Dogger, this is not a rerun, this is live, buddy. Q-Dogger, would you mind typing roll space 20 in chat for me, please? This is to see if Raleigh can knock Julio out of the boat.
Roll shit. Roll shit.
Yeah, roll shit. Get an 8 or less, ideally, because that's
Roll
what
as
she needs
well
to
as
do.
I've been rolling.
No. Roll and then a space. No, actually, you don't need to type space. Roll and then a space.
Literal
I love the idea of rolling a space D20 though.
13, 21. She nails you in the chest. Thank you very much, Kudogger. And thanks for the follow
Thanks.
strike.
Thanks.
Yeah. So Julio, you take two Jobine feet in the chest and topple out of the boat into the water.
Uh-huh.
She lands and gathers herself and looks at Kesh and says, "Get back on the ladder." And draws her rapier and her dagger. That was her action, however, so she cannot attack you.
Cool.
It's Julio. You
You're
are in the
very
water.
wet.
Yeah.
You are in the water, and I'm
Listen.
going to point out you are not 5 foot tall. You are
Oh,
in
no.
5 feet of water. You are about 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm a
you are-
pirate. I can swim.
Oh, you can definitely swim.
You'd
You have a
hope
swimming
so.
speed, absolutely. But yeah.
Another reminder, I did cast water breathing on all of us the previous night.
This is not a significant issue for
Oh.
Julio.
Oh. I haven't. Oh. I have
So
a
you are
stupid
underwater.
idea.
Do it.
Do
Love
it.
it.
I encourage stupid ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
Get
if,
some.
if the rolls are showing anything, is that I need to do more stupid things.
Yeah.
So, what I will do is I will act like I'm drowning and I'll go under.
Sure. I'm not even going to make you roll a performance check. She is focusing on Cash.
Yeah, but I will like do it dramatically, like no, Riley. Blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of trying to appeal to her heart to seeing me die.
All right. In which case, definitely persuasion check. No, performance check.
Okay. Give me something.
Just the
game.
sad gargle.
Yeah, now the
Yeah.
stupid idea is to not do it.
Well, that's marginally better, but it's still an 8.
An 8. Yeah.
Roll's got a heart of stone.
She was like, "Give it up. I know you can swim." She got a
Okay, then
17
I-
on the
5 feet
dice.
of water.
In 5 feet
Okay.
of water.
Yeah, fuck. Then I will just
I taught you to swim, Julio.
fine. I'll just like a sad mouse, which I am. I'll get on
Yeah.
the boat. And
You
that's
climb
my
back into the
turn.
boat. Okay.
Yeah.
Very well. You do that. Very well.
'Cause I use my
Arthur.
action on performance, right?
Yes, I would say so.
Then I have my bonus action. I will help Cash. Cash,
Very well.
do something for both of us.
You will help Cash. It's Arthur's turn.
Is one of the guys near us still dying?
There are 2 alive, unconscious people who are not dying, and then 2 very broken corpses. And a totally unused, pristine boomstick.
Alpha will say to Eric,
Is there anything else we could do for them, or are they good?
Best go after the others, huh? I'll catch up.
All right.
and Alpha's gonna sprint down the tunnel.
Eric quietly slits their throats. Yeah, sure.
Yep. Exactly what I thought. Yep.
You do that.
Alpha's gonna run down, and then he's just gonna jump over the edge and glide down.
Nice.
You do that. The glide is a bit of an interesting one. You sort of have to sweep because it's pretty much straight down. But yeah, I'll allow it.
It's a boat, so...
It is, however, going to use your dash to get there because it's 40 foot down and you're doing it by flying, so it takes quite a while.
Can I just drop?
Yeah. You don't resist and... Yeah, all right. Arthur, I'm going to get you to make
action.
Yeah, I'm going to get you to make some damage on the boat because you're not an insubstantial dude.
Sounds nasty.
So, can you roll me? In fact, no. BP's here. Can you roll me a d6 in chat and we will double that? Actually, let's have BP's here roll 1 and we will have Omi roll 1 as well, please. Exclamation mark roll space 6 in chat. This is the damage Arthur does to the boat, and to a lesser extent, the boat does to Arthur. If it is more than 8, the boat gets rocked. BBC got a 5. That's good.
Good start.
Good start. All good things. And Omi with a 4. 9 all up. Arthur, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage and you break the boat.
Down to 2?
No, that I halved it already. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And the boat snaps as this goose just goes straight through it. You cannonballed.
Can I grapple? Can I grapple Raleigh on my way
through? I will allow a disadvantaged grapple.
Would it be evened out because of my rage?
Yes.
Oh, this is so stupid.
This is more like a dive now. You are swan diving?
Belly flop.
Don't call me a swan. Call me a swan.
19. She's going to try and dodge. Nat 1. You do it. You take her with you through the bottom of the boat. She's going to take the full 9 points of damage that you do to the boat as well. She's not looking grand. It's 49 points of damage you've done to her so far. She is, in your arms, grappled, underwater.
I'll leave it there.
Where she cannot breathe, but you can. Eric.
Meanwhile, in the cavern, I hear this noise. What was that? I do one last survey of the area and the bodies. Have the fires been put out?
Yeah, enough of them. The way I imagine it is your Phoenix did a sort of mini tornado, like Tasmanian Devil style, and sucked all the fire back into her.
Yep.
Them.
Cool, and I'm confident that the 2 living bodies are going to stay living. I don't know if I have a rope because I gave mine. I contributed mine to the mega lasso.
And he never said he gave it back, so none of you have any rope except Arthur.
Who has a lot of rope, but is currently underwater, grappling a
almost too much rope, and like his entire back is occupied with spools of rope. And his entire front is occupied with a squirming Jobeen woman. Yes.
He's really not having a good day.
Oh, he's having a grand time. He's loving it.
Oh,
Eric.
I don't think he has the best day, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Omi, not so much.
Look, I think that Eric will just open the door as kind of a signal for when they wake up to leave. There isn't really much else I can do to detain them because I'm not strong at all, so not even bring the table on them would work. And I'm going to run out. I've got 30 feet of movement. Hope can get me 15 feet, but I don't know what order you want to do them in, whether she can do that on my turn or whether I need to finish my turn before.
You teleport yourself 15 feet and then move a further 30.
Great.
That's
just
fine.
to be clear, I move away from them before I do the teleport. That burns everything around me.
In your movement. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Great. So
Don't do
I have
any
a
more
view.
damage to these poor people. I would say that will get you to the ledge looking down at these guys.
There is an Arthur-shaped hole in the boat.
Which is now slowly sinking with that Julio has just climbed back into, and Kesh is frantically trying to stay. In fact, guys, can I get Julio and Kesh? Can you make me dex checks to see if you stay upright in the boat?
Straight dex or acrobatics?
It could be dex saves or acrobat. It'd be dex saves.
Okay.
Which you're both proficient with, so it's functionally the same.
13.
A 13 and a 19. Yeah, you both managed to Kesh. You just managed to keep your feet. Julio is a born seaman and is upset by the fact that the boat is filling with water, but is still in the boat. And look, you're probably crowded around this hole that's in the bottom of the jolly little boat.
I don't see this woman,
Nope.
but I guess I'm just going to ready in action for a thorn whip if I see her emerge.
So you will thorn whip her as soon as she emerges, but you can choose to not do that if the situation calls for it. One performs. Yeah. Cool. Groovy. Top of the order is Cash. She is underwater. You can see her. You're close enough. You can look through it. She is directly underneath the boat in the arms of Arthur.
In the arms of an angel.
Of the Arthur.
Yeah. Yeah. I holding myself from that, but you got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Is a dog tangled in my... Okay. The boat's sinking, right?
Only slowly.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stay
Wooden
on the
dinghy's gonna
boat.
sink on a dime. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay in the boat and basically ready myself for her reappearance.
Very well. I will say that she is going to try and, she's going to use her action to try and free herself. An 11, Arthur, a 19 acrobatics. You can oppose this with your athletics.
Wow. A nat 1 and a 7. 14.
She manages to get free, comes spluttering up out of the water and says, "Parley! Parley.
Now you parlay, huh?
Just call the goose off."
Angry thrashing in the water.
I am not going to trigger my ready action.
Noted.
Rising.
I thought about it.
I'm going to point my sword at her.
Very well. She's not overly concerned about your ability with said sword, but she does sort of climb back into the boat a little bit with the blade at her neck. Julio knows the rules.
Let's
So
go back to
what's-
the dry land, huh?
We have experience with parlay. It's worked well for us in the past.
I was there, I know, and I don't trust
We
you
didn't
with the
know.
lightning. Julio wasn't there, so wouldn't be able to recall specifically. There were Jabines in the crew of the ship you sank.
Well, look, if you just let us tie you up, you will be at no risk of harm either from lightning or the goose.
All right, fine. The others?
2 of them made it. The 2 that surrendered.
Oh,
Fair. Well, make it 3.
okay. Arthur, do you still have that massive lasso?
Bubbles come up as Arthur's head just...
Arthur emerges. Yeah.
Slowly.
What?
Yeah. Of course, you don't even need to ask.
I'm going to just expedite this process a little bit because we've still got to, kill Skopps and stuff.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. We tie her up and
You
move
tie her
on.
up. I just want to check, Julio, is there anything you want to say to Raleigh before?
Yes. Well, she said parlay. I don't want to take too much time, but I will try to get information out of her. What traps or setup he has in his room.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh wow. Okay.
You are the best person in the party to do this.
Yeah, but I suck. So that's a 4.
No.
Oh, wow.
You didn't account for that, did you?
I did not account for that.
Shit.
She goes, I won't fight you anymore, Julio, but I won't betray Skopp's. But I'll tell you for free, he's got no traps in his room.
Thank you, but
Inside
I still
check.
don't understand why you're loyal to him.
You gotta be loyal to someone.
And you chose him to be loyal to?
I chose you.
Then why didn't you leave with me?
I couldn't.
Why?
As in, like, she helped you get free, and then, like, she covered for you when you fled. And
So someone had to stay back.
yeah, she was planning on leaving at a separate time in a different manner. And for whatever reason that she is not being overly specific about, she couldn't.
All right, I will get one soggy hash brown out. I will put it next to her and say, I know it's all ancient history, and you have probably no sympathy to me left, but there is life out there, outside of the pirating work. You're capable, you're smart. There's so much you can do.
She looks down at the hash brown as, like, Arthur is tying her up. And, like, I've missed those. And we will leave the scene there and progress, I think. In fact, what we might do is have a short breaklet, I think. So, guys, we will just have a quick little break, and we will be back in 5 minutes tops. Stick around, throw up those exclamation mark ticket space ones in chat to go into the draw to win an amazing the guy who destroys other boats because he is a boat himself on a mug. How great would that be? That mug on a mug. Q-Dorga, yes.
The mental image of the goose-shaped hole in the boat is just going to stay with me for a while.
Fantastic.
Like cartoon bunny bug style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Totally.
we will go away from here, guys, and we'll be back shortly. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
And ahoy once again to ye mateys. We'll be back with more Humblewood shenanigans. Yes, where we left it, we had successfully restrained Riley Burrow-Bright, Julio's ex-flame. Fun thing to discover. And I will say that you did search her person, and she had a potion of greater healing in one of her pockets that she was about to pound, and then Arthur pounded her.
I didn't pound Julio's ex. No.
That's a little weird. Just a little
Alright,
weird.
fair enough. She was about to drink it, and then Arthur took her out. Now that you are, I was going to say you left them at the sort of the stockade where you took them out. Cool.
Using the rope from Arthur, we would have tied up the other two as well.
Yeah. Cool.
They're
You do
all
that.
restrained.
They are restrained, and disarmed, one presumes. Are you taking their weapons with you, or are you just sort of leaving them nearby, or what are you doing?
I think we toss them in the drink, to be honest.
Oh, okay, very well. You toss all of the weapons. You take them all with you. They don't know what happened to them. Very well.
Unless they have a particularly good weapon that we should probably steal.
I mean, nothing
magical
nothing that looks particularly fancy. If you do a quick investigation, you might find some stuff.
Ooh, I will assist you with this.
Yeah, I can take a look as well.
Yeah,
I'll assist
absolutely.
you.
That's for the best, guys. That's for the best.
Yeah, Cash, you had an advantage because Julio's helping.
Oh, great.
Is Arthur helping me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I got a 10 instead of a 3, so I suppose
Oh.
that's an improvement.
10's not bad.
21.
Eric got a 21. I forgot. There is a picture of Raleigh. There you are.
Oh.
The art from this book, the art from this one shot is fucking gorgeous. Check that out. That's Raleigh
beautiful.
Barra-Bright.
I can see what Julio sees in her.
Yeah. And now Julio's next to her. I love it. Yeah, that's great. Anyway, Eric, on the body of one of the guys you were tying up because he was unconscious, and you find a string of pearls worth 50 gold pieces. And because you're a Corvum, you can accurately assess that. It's one of the things.
I imagine
Corvum are
I've
really good at
probably seen a lot like this in my day. I'll hand this to Arthur. I'll say, that's about 50 gold's worth. There you go.
Yeah, I can sell that. Look at that. That's good. That's a good get.
Raleigh watches you come here to stop pirates thieving from the pirates. Doesn't say anything, but there's a raised eyebrow directed at Julio. I'm gonna say that you guys don't rifle through her pockets.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, cool.
That's so weird.
So you wouldn't necessarily find the potion, but I would say that you can if you want to. Eric, you would notice a jar, like a vial on her hip.
Yeah, those are not subtle.
No.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to take that, you could.
Is that up to me to choose?
You're the one who spotted it.
Yeah.
Or your heel turn is just completing one step after the other. Come on.
I don't think he heals her. I'd be quite
Heel
surprised.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
Right.
I look at my friends. Do either of them look particularly hurt?
Arthur's took a little bit of damage. Kesh took a little bit of damage. I don't think Julio took any.
Pretty good.
You all had some hit temporaries, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Hash brown.
3.
Yeah. Yeah. Arthur took 1 point of damage after the hash brown.
The hash browns took the majority of the fall.
Nice.
I landed
Imagining
on
like
You
a-
landed on it, yeah.
I'm imagining a tiny mattress.
Oh no, they're so fluffy and airy, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Anyway.
I'm
It's
gonna
really
take.
one hash browns now.
I'm gonna take the potion and I'm gonna hand it to Kesh.
Very well. You do that.
Thank you.
Cash, you have a
Well-
potion of greater healing, 4d4 plus 4, if you want to use it at some point.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not quite injured enough right now to justify it.
No, not so much.
No, but hold on to it for when you need it. In
Absolutely.
case I'm not around.
Thank you.
So, yeah, guys.
Kesh is vividly remembering being on fire back in the village.
Fair.
Yeah, thanks.
And Kesh has a mild phobia about being on fire. I mean, and it's perfectly reasonable. Is it a phobia if it's totally sensible thing to not want to be?
I don't
If
know.
it's paralyzing, it probably is.
I think a phobia is more like an irrational fear of something, and being afraid of being on fire is totally rational. Anyway,
Particularly if you've been on fire.
so Kesh and the dudes, I'm afraid you're going to have to. You go back to the cave where you detained Raleigh. There is one thing you didn't notice before because you were a little bit occupied with the whole angry Jerbine woman. There is a narrow ledge around the water. It leads around the left-hand side, so it is possible to navigate the place without getting your feet wet. But it's dodgy and slippery, and it would be quite difficult. You would have to go quite slowly, but you could definitely do it. It leads underneath the cracks in the wall where occasional splashes come through. But if you're wanting to avoid getting damp, I would also point out that the boomstick doesn't work if it's been wet.
Okay.
It is
So
definitely wet.
You would have to recharge it. Yeah, I will happily say for this one time, because you didn't know that Arthur could have dropped it rather when he pulled out his hammer, so it didn't go in the drink when he tackled Raleigh. But yeah,
If it's as simple as recharging it, then I can do that easy enough.
yeah, one way or t'other, the boomstick still works or works again. But yeah, if it's just been wet or something, yeah, not so much. So, yeah, you can navigate via this way, or you can swim. You can all breathe water, so...
Cash is going to say, guys, I don't think anyone heard that, but just in case, I'm going to humbly suggest that we try and let this worm out ASAP. Because then at least if we get captured, the worm is gone, and hopefully Mama Worm doesn't try to kill everybody.
There is that.
Julio, would you know if this cavern and this pool of water here would lead to the most likely place that the worm is being held?
From the map, yes. From the map you have all seen, and I sent it to you as well, Daria.
Thank you.
Is it the one if we go forward and then to the left?
It's the next chamber. If you go round to the right, the chamber that you get to next is contains a large pool of water that is quite probably where they are. If you were to restrain a baby Wakewyrm anywhere in this cavern system, that'd be where you'd do it.
And it looks like there's a gate kind of penning it in.
Yes, there's
before like a kind of dam area to the right of that. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Cool.
Okay.
Good.
And Dremen would have explained that when he was drawing it.
Would it be quicker to swim across the cavern or to walk around it?
Probably much of a muchness for most of you, but the end result is not wet.
Well, Cash is probably already wet because she was standing on a sinking boat for a while.
You'd be wet to the knees. The boat is now at the bottom of the pond.
For my vote for one would be to walk around, because the whatever mechanism is holding that gate in place is not going to be in the water. But I mean, we could split into two groups. I could go invisible and go up the top if the rest of you wanted to be submarines.
This is a ledge. It's like 5 foot out of the water. You can definitely remain within contact. It's not like splitting the party. You're really just sort of, you can all go. Some of you can be in the water. You can be within 5 feet of each other, and some can be wet and some can be dry.
I'm just going to walk.
Let's go around the edge.
Cash,
Captain.
who's going first?
Me.
Cash is leading the way. Cash, make a perception check.
Do we need to redo stealth rolls?
No. I mean, you can move. Cash, just as you are passing the first crack in the wall, you catch a glimpse of something out the side of the crack and dive backwards as the Mama Wakewyrm's mouth chomps down. Not the baby Wakewyrm, the Mama Wakewyrm's mouth chomps down on this thing. Mama Wakewyrm is outside. With all of your distractions, you had not heard her. But this big mouth just chomps down. Yeah, she is outside. You dodge nimbly away. She can't get in. The cracks are far too small, but her mouth can get, like, there.
I'll just immediately spin around like, Eric, tell her we're almost there. We're going to let the baby out. Tell her to stop trying to eat us.
Has it been 5 days?
No, but she's figured out where her baby is.
Yeah,
It's been 4
and she
days.
wouldn't know it's us. Yeah. Okay.
She's also an animal. Her memory for faces, like, without wanting to be rude, you all look the same to her.
You know, we all look alike.
Okay. Yeah, look, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use a spell slot to cast Speak with Beasts, Speak with Animals. No, I'm not, because, like, can we see Hewitt clearly? Like, she was just kind of...
Yeah.
Would she be able to see me?
Probably. It's whether or not she'd, like, stop long enough to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I think we just... let's dive. Let's jump.
That might be good. Maybe she will draw attention.
Oh my goodness, I hadn't thought of that.
She's making quite a bit of noise, so I presume you get in the water at this point.
Yes.
And Arthur holding the boomstick above his head. You progress into the next room. Very well. I will pop the angry music off and go back to something a little less apocalyptic.
I thought it was heroic. The cavalry was here.
Yeah, I could see like Jack Sparrow standing on the. Yeah.
The cavalry is a large, angry mama Wakewyrm. Potentially that could be cavalry. Who knows?
Look.
So.
She's kind of on our side.
She's not on your side.
Kind of.
So you get past this room. You come to you make a right turn at the end and climb out of the pool. Flickering torches light this room, casting moving shadows on the cave walls. The room holds a crude oblong pool. The sound of running water can be heard through a steel portcullis that gates off a partially submerged tunnel. Yes. Oh, I need that, Nelderberry. Thank you. Yes. Something is swimming in the pool. You can tell from the ripples. The approximately 60-foot square room has 3 other exits. 2 across the room from where you entered lead out. 1 leading inland towards the crew quarters, you know from your map. And 1 leads sort of laterally across the face of the cliff outside that heads seaward to the brig, which you know is where the treasure room is. Like, they keep the treasure in the brig. The 3rd exit is obviously the one blocked by the portcullis. It is not occupied. There is no one here.
Excellent. I'm going to quickly do a deduction as to which would be the quickest way to let whatever is in the pool out and head in that direction.
Make investigation check.
I might
Can
just
I
make
assist?
Yes.
I might just make a comment. Not to be a cliche, but this seems a bit too quiet. This is where their big treasure is being kept, and there's no one here.
This isn't the room their big treasure is kept in. That's the next room.
But the worm.
Oh, the Wakewyrm. Sorry, yeah, no, the
Yes.
Wakewyrm is
If we're considering the Wakewyrm.
Cash, your investigation check, your natural 20 on your investigation check. Thank you very much for the assist, Julio. So, Cash firstly checks out the pool and dodges to the side as the baby Wakewyrm just. And like Cash is like, I thought that, kind of suspected that might happen. To be honest, that's why I dodged to the side. The baby Wakewyrm is as big as you remember, and there is art for it as well. Do you want to see? It's super cute.
Yeah.
Like, it is actually quite cute.
Show me the baby worm.
There he is.
Yeah.
It's
a cute little worm.
As sea monsters
You are.
go,
Yes, you are.
It's a pretty adorable little sea monster. So yeah. He chomps out, and then Kesh, you dive to the side, and as you come to your feet, you can see right ahead of you like a ship's wheel. Basically, it's a big crank that you can easily infer, like given the chains and stuff attached to the pulley system it's based on, would open the portcullis.
Oh, I immediately.
From your map, you know that this pool leads out into the cove, which is still gated. So this doesn't free the baby Wakewyrm, but it does let it out into the larger pool where they would normally store their ship, the Thornmail.
If we let it out there's a chance that Mama will literally break down the barrier to let her baby out.
And that being said, you can hear the cries of the mama now. Like, as soon as you get in there, you hear this chomp. And then the baby retracts back into the water, and you hear this ooh from the baby's pond. And then you hear a much deeper, you can feel it more than hear it, this thrumming noise through the ground as Mama responds. Mama knows her baby is in there now. Because the baby hadn't made any noise before, she could just about smell it a bit, but now she can hear it. It sounds agitated and a little scared.
Cool. Yeah, I am sprinting to the wheel to open up the gate.
You do that. Cash, make me a strength check to open the portcullis.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals at the same time. Using
And I will
a spell
help
slot.
Cash with it.
Yep. Very well. Cash, yeah. You and Julio, between you, managed to crank open the gate, the portcullis. However, before you do that, I assume you cast it, not ritual cast it?
Yes. Yeah,
You-
I'm casting using a spell slot.
You can talk to the baby Wakewyrm.
Great. Hello. The four of us are here to help you get back to your mother. Please don't attack us. When we are going to let you out right now, attack anyone else.
The baby, make a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
Come
Your
on.
mother sent us.
Yes, advantage.
Nice.
Like, your mama said it's okay. Just go out the door.
Come on, Eric. 16, a 14 and a 17 as well. Like, neg 1. This guy is the most persuasive motherfucker as long as it's a sea monster. He's just got away. He's just got away with the beasties, you know.
He has found his niche. Okay,
Oh my
he
God.
found his audience.
The baby.
Just pretend that Eric is doing the whale from Finding Nemo too. He's like, my beautiful gift.
Woo! Pretend. I'm definitely imagining that. This long, sinuous head slowly emerges from the pool and looks down at you, Eric. And the baby says back, "Scary man."
You can hide here for now until we open the big door, and then you can swim all the way out, straight to Mother. Hide here for now.
The baby considers this and sort of, it doesn't nod because nodding is very much a humanoid affectation, but it says, "Get Mama soon," and it retracts back into the water. And as it does, just as its 8 eyes, just as they submerge below the water, you hear a muffled, like waterlogged friend.
Aww. Making buddies.
Yeah.
Hope kind of nuzzles against me on my shoulder for a second. And then I'm going to put my hood on and turn invisible. And you said the only way into that next chamber was through the portcullis?
So there are two. The way into the outdoor area is either through the portcullis or through the brig, and then that leads to Skopp's quarters and to the outdoor area.
Okay. Before I turn invisible, I'm going to tell Hope to stay with Kesh, and then I'm going to turn invisible and say to whoever's near me, I'm going to go open the door, bye, and I am leaving to the outdoor area.
So you have advantage and plus 10 to stealth. Can you make me a stealth check, please, to approach the gate opening mechanism outside quietly? Kesh and the others, what are you doing? 25.
Do we go off the spot?
35.
35. Noted. Look,
That's
it's okay.
dirty. That's
Pretty
just
good.
disgusting.
He got a 19 on the dice as well. Like, he didn't need the help. They didn't do badly. They actually rolled a 15, but yeah, that's only like half of what they needed. So, no one on any plane saw that. Yeah. Pretty confident it just straight up didn't happen.
Well, no, that's not the same thing.
You're so invisible, you're not even here. All right, so you don't go and check out the crew quarters, one assumes. You are now presumably making your way rapidly to the place. Can you...
Sorry, I should note, I didn't translate any of what I said. Oh, they can hear me, but they can't hear. So I didn't translate. I was just getting it done and going.
Yeah, sure. I love that Eric is so focused about this. And did we say...
Karen, I think you might be on mute, by the way.
Did we say that Kesh... did we say that Eric, what Eric says can be understood by everybody. It's just the animals can understand him as well.
Yeah.
Right. So
that was what we said when we spoke to Wakewyrm.
Fair enough. Let's just retain that as canon then. I couldn't remember. So you guys know what he said. The baby Wakewyrm appears to have reacted positively to that. So now you know where he's going. This is so. One can infer that the outside is probably going to be fairly heavily guarded. Whilst he is an extremely stealthy boy, opening the gates cannot be done stealthily.
We gotta draw their attention.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So you head through the brig, one assumes.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Arthur and Julio and be like, guys, I think it's time for us to be very distracting. Hey, Arthur. Say it with me. Arthur wants
I don't know if Nikolai is a regular watcher of the show that is a comment from, Karen.
Sorry, Mythbusters reference.
That is a Mythbusters reference. Jamie wants Big Boom.
Yeah, I can't remember what episode it was. I think they were blowing up the house with the bug bombs. I think it was that, and they were trying to get it to ignite, and it wasn't. And Jamie's just standing there with his arms crossed. You know, he's got his black beret on and his big walrus mustache. Like, Jamie wants Big Boom.
Jamie wants Big Boom.
And so it got referenced in later seasons where Adam would be like, "Say it with me, folks. Jamie wants Big Boom."
Yeah, I
so
know.
Kesh is going to be like, Arthur, Kesh wants Big Boom.
Karen and I have watched like 9 seasons of that show. It's good. Anyway, you head through the brig, and I will then describe what Eric finds outside. The sparse chamber accommodates 5 prison cells divided by weathered iron bars. One cell contains a pair of chests. One is large, wooden and brass, with a heavy lock. The other is smaller and made of steel. It's like a metal lockbox. Empty bottles, some smashed, lay on the floor around a battered wooden table, quite a large one, strewn with coins and playing cards. The table shows signs of recent abandonment. There are a couple of other exits, one leading seaward and another to the left. You know from your map the one leading to the left is to Skopp's bedroom. The one that heads through the main door goes out to the main area. Which do you go through?
Like, we should go to Skopp's room.
Can we hear Skopp? Like, if there's
make
like
make a perception check.
Actually, yes. This is a good, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try and find out what's going on here. Well, I might
I think it's appropriate that Arthur asked the question. You can hear orders, muffled and indistinct, being issued outside. Somebody opened the portcullis.
In that case, we'll go there. Arthur's gonna take off towards where orders are being told.
Well, that's through you can hear it outside. Like, somebody opened the portcullis, which may have ticked people off no one would do that without Skopp's telling them to. You may have...
Oh, do you mean they've noticed that we've opened the one inside?
Yes. The gates are not... A portcullis is a metal grate, is a metal cage door. The gate, on the other hand, is a big wooden affair. The one guarding the cove itself. It's fairly ramshackle, but it's big. You can hear all that.
Can we hear anything from inside?
Not inside the you can't hear anything in Skopp's room. Well, you can, but it's the same stuff as outside. You could sort of infer that the noise is coming through from there as well. The map doesn't indicate that there is like windows or doors or anything, but the door isn't locked. You could just stick your head in quickly.
So, do I understand correctly that right now our main goal is creating a distraction and confronting Skopp's so that Eric has time to actually open the thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We need to be distracted.
Yeah, I think we just rush in, right?
You go. All right. In which case, I will say you guys just dash out into the cove. You open the door to a hidden bay illuminated by light coming in from over the ramshackle cove gates. Eric, you would have had to swim to get out there. But I will say, with your 35, you do it so stealthy-like. It's slow going to swim and move this quietly and stealthily. Getting out of the water, you are still wet.
What's the elevation like? Could I have glided across?
No.
As if you give you a glide.
No.
That's
it's
yeah.
flat. You're at sea level, literally. So yeah, everything is built to be just out of the water. If anything, you're going up, not down.
Cool. That's fine. I can still be wet because the description of Pass Without Trace says that we literally pass without trace.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything. It just means you're wet as well.
Yeah.
There is the occasional wet footprint on the ground, but nobody's caring, is the trick, because the portcullis is open. So the cove is like surrounded on three sides by wooden decking, like a quay or a pier, and over the little passageway that leads into the inner pool with the portcullis, there is a bridge, a very narrow, like 5 foot wide bridge that the baby Wakewyrm could swim under, for example. Standing on that bridge is Skopp's. Eric, you basically swim under him. He does not notice you. And you come out at the far end of these piers. There is a pair of large pillars, like big tree trunks, basically, driven into the ground that have these gates hinging off them. There is another pier sticking out into the middle, so it is a sort of a U shape with a sticky inny bit where the thumb on a G would be, for example. You are coming out in the bottom right-hand corner. The bridge is in the bottom left-hand corner. So Skopp's would be a ways away from you, about 120 feet away from you guys as you come out. There is, Eric, you can see, get a rough head count of about half a dozen other dudes other than Skopp's. In fact, the number is 5. 3 of them are on the sea wall looking out. They have, one of them has manned a catapult and the other 2 have manned net guns. There are, however, a pair of other catapults that are not currently manned, and there is a pair of Vulpins nearer to the door, a man and a woman, because we're very egalitarian here, and as you guys burst through the door, they draw their weapons and say, "Boss, we've got company!"
We'd like to shoot Skopp's, please.
Oh wow, you're just going straight in. All right, excellent. Let's roll initiative. I will say, Eric, can you make me a perception check? Before we do that, everybody else roll initiative. And we will... Oh, and outside,
15.
you can hear Mama Wakewyrm is pissed.
Yeah.
Which is why this music is appropriate. A 16, a 20... Ooh, this is good. All right, hang on. Julio got 22.
22.
Nice.
Ash came for a good time, not a long time.
Cash got a 16.
Wow.
Eric,
Nice.
21 for Eric.
Wow.
You guys are
Okay,
doing
so
well
we
this
wasted all
time.
the bad rolls, yeah?
Eric got
Now
15
the
on his
good
perception
rolls.
check. Eric, you also notice where one of the gate doors... So both gate doors would be opened by a different thing, by a different winch, but you find one that you reckon there's only a single enemy near it. So the one on the left-hand side as you are swimming towards it. So you basically swum directly ahead as you came out of the tunnel and swum up to the end of the pier. The group... So all the other dudes got a 5 on the dice. And
Yes!
Skopp's got a 14 plus some. Skopp's got a 17.
Boo. Stinker.
Damn it. So close to going first.
Yeah.
I really just wanted to be a badass for a second, but
You will be
I will
anyway.
allow you a surprise round, Kesh.
Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
Because you said, well, no, really what you do is you're the one who initiates combat. So it's
Okay,
you
cool.
specifically get a surprise round. Everybody is a little bit surprised that you guys arrive and just clink. So you're going to get a shot on Skopps before anybody else does anything, and then we will begin combat. Eric, you are, I will say, 30 feet away from the winch when this all goes down, and you are just getting out of the water. Because you're doing it all quiet-like. There is an angry mama Wakewyrm, which is, I'll be honest, helping with the whole distracting all these bad guys quite a lot as well. Let's do it. Arthur's initiative was 9. All right.
Just a quick reminder, Hope is hanging around Kesh.
Noted. Hope is sitting on Kesh's shoulder. Kesh, make me a shoosting attack. Skopps is about 120 feet away from you. What damage type are you using? And are you doing Hunter's Mark?
Can I do Hunter's Mark before I shoot?
That's true, actually. In this first shot, no, you can't.
That's what I thought. Cool. I'm using fire damage.
Fire damage. Make me an attack on Skopps.
17.
Equals beats.
Nice.
And I'm actually borrowing this rule, I think, from either Nelderberry or Dez. If you equal the number, I will tell you what the DC is. Like, if you equals beats, I'll tell you what their AC is. Otherwise, I don't tell you. I like that rule. It's a nice idea. So yeah, equals beats. His AC is 17.
Awesome. He takes 11 points of fiery damage.
Nice. He takes 11 points of fire damage. Cool. Very nicely done, Kesh. And now we begin combat. Julio, there is 2 Vulpin Buccaneers in front of you. There are 3 more deckhands on the walls armed with various weaponry that look like they can pivot in or out. And then about 120 feet away from you is Skopps, who has a renowned ability to be able to possess the minds of animals.
Yeah. All right. I have a question. With my jumpy jumps and my roguish abilities, can I get to Skopps?
Not and attack him. I will allow you to jump, double dash, and triple dash, and get there. But you'll be just in front of him, exhausted.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's my neck, sir.
Moving 120 feet in 6 seconds.
I betrayed you. Do you remember me? Hello. Yeah, not a great idea.
You're the one who was sleeping with Raleigh, wasn't it?
She was sleeping with me. That is the difference. So here's the question: Can I get someone in the middle between us? I want to be getting closer, but I also want to attack someone.
Well, you can. I'm happy to let you split your movement up, so you can definitely move to the guys, stab them, and then leave because you're a swashbuckler.
Yeah, I can move without provoking attacks if I attack.
If you attack
That's
them,
good.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. I will attack one of the swashbuckly dudes.
Eric, you're on deck as well. You attack one of the 2 swashbucklers with your rapier. 11 does not hit, I'm afraid.
That's a rip.
I'm
I
not
will
afraid at all,
do my
actually.
dagger though.
Yep, very well.
Oh my. Okay, so it's 14.
14 does.
Hey!
Nice. Okay, so that's gonna
In
be a
fact,
good sneak attack.
given what I said earlier, 14 is the AC. Equals beats.
Right. Okay, so that's dagger damage and sneak attack damage. And sneak.
Gosh, your banning finger is fast, Karen.
20.
Try.
20. 20. Ouch. How many hit points do they have? Yeah. You stab one guy in the side with your dagger. Your offhand weapon, and he grunts as he holds the dagger that's really just sort of appeared in between his ribs, and then you bugger off.
Yeah, sorry.
I want to be clear. So you've used your bonus action for your offhand attack, yes?
Yes.
So you're
yes.
only moving 30 feet. In fact,
Yes.
you're only getting about 15 feet further along, but you are 30 feet closer to Skopps, so 90 feet odd towards Skopps, and he has quite a lot of damage on him. It's like Smite, isn't it, D-Rab? Next is Eric, and after that we will have Skopp, actually, then Cash.
Okay, so you said that I'm 30 feet away from the nearest...
Crank, yes.
Crank? Okay. Do I know, / are you willing to tell me, would it take an action to do that, or several actions, or a check, or...
It looks pretty heavy. It will be, mechanically, it will be an athletics check to turn it.
Cool, I'm the worst person to do this. Okay.
It's not a particularly high DC, but it is an athletics check.
Yeah. Okay. And I would be doing that right next to a man.
Not right next to one, but about 10 feet away from one.
Okay.
One of the deckhands is manning a net gun that is 10 feet away from this crank.
I did actually have a question about the net guns. Are the nets shaped for people, or are they shaped for giant wakeworms?
They are shaped for large creatures. They would definitely fuck up a person. As it were, incommode a person.
Yeah. Okay. How many... Do I get a view of all 6 combatants around me?
Yeah, you can probably see a lot of them.
Okay, great. I am going to see a lot of them. I am going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
This will break your invisibility, yes?
Yep.
Very well.
Sorry, the closest to... Are there any other people near that crank? Or just the one guy?
That one deckhand. The others are on the... There are 2 other deckhands manning guns on the far side of the gate, which is about 80 feet away from you. The nearer of the 2. The other is about 120 feet. Then there are the 2 Vulpins that the guys are... that Julio nearly one-shotted one of. They are about 120 feet as well. Skopp's is about 80 feet away from you, standing on a bridge.
Brilliant. Okay, great. Make this 2nd level. It's going to be 2nd level. No, I believe it's still just 3 rays. It just changes the damage that it does.
All right.
So I'm going to shoot 2 rays at the guy closest to me next to the crank,
You do that.
and 1 ray at the guy that Julio ganked.
Very well. Do that.
Great, I do. Separate one for all of them?
Yes, please. 22
Yep.
at the one Julio ganked.
Oh,
Hits.
I was thinking
All right.
the guy that
Fair
I'm
enough.
facing
Well,
first.
you missed the 2nd one then, but the 3rd one goes towards Julio's
Julio's. Yeah.
victim. 12. I don't think so.
Nah.
No, I don't think
That's
so.
a rip.
But that first one was pretty good. Roll the damage for the first one.
7.
7 points of damage on the guy standing next to you, who is now very aware that you are there. Like, almost hyper aware. Yeah, that's you. Anything else? Bonus action?
I'm going to head in his direction.
Sure.
Shield up.
Yep.
Bonus action, Hope is going to do some stuff. Is Kesh surrounded by people at the moment?
No, but there is a couple of dudes about 15 feet away from her.
I'm
Is-
not
One
in
of whom is quite
imminent
badly
danger.
hurt.
I mean, this worked funny last time. Hope is going to fly up to those people and then teleport back to Cash.
I love that this is her little thing she does now. Hello!
Yeah, make dex saves. Alright, shiny dice is the injured one. A 4 on the shiny dice and an 8 on the not shiny dice, which I add 2 to, so a 10 and a 6. Pretty confident they both take 4 damage.
7.
7.
It adds the proficiency
Oh,
bonus.
of course, 7 damage. Eric. One of them immolates.
Jesus.
The
And the
bringer
other
of
guy,
fire and death, disguised
Yeah, yeah.
as a humble cleric.
Druid.
To be clear, this is Hope. Hope's getting the kills.
Yeah, that elemental that you brought with you.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Cool, that's our turn.
Yeah, you've brought a fire elemental and you're surprised that it's murdering people. You do that. Very nicely done. Next it's Skops, and Skops is going to observe that you guys are fucking up his people a little bit, and says, actually, Skops does actually say something. Looks over at you as you all come out and says, "Well, she sounds pretty mad, doesn't she?" He guffaws, his beak twisting into a sinister grin. This is all from the book. You should meet her child. It's plenty hungry, and you lot look like an easy meal. And then he looks down the passageway, and his eye gleams. You see this white glow from his eye, and the crying of the baby Wakewyrm, which you had been able to hear semi-regularly since then, stops. Skops also pulls out his hand crossbow, and he is going to shoot Kesh, because she shot him.
Bastard.
He is going to shoot you twice, Kesh, with his hand crossbow. He's going to fan the hammer. A 19 on the dice and a 10 on the dice. Now that's an interesting one. He is a +5 to hit. 15, Kesh.
He hits me twice.
Alrighty. 2d6.
What's the distance for a hand crossbow?
It's 120 feet. Correct. Good point. I do it at disadvantage. He misses. He hits the first time because I rolled 2 dice. However, the second time he misses. Very good catch. Well done. Yep, 1d6 plus 3. Kesh, you take 7 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt heads towards you. Skops is also going to head towards you. He is going to move his 30 feet towards you. And that's his turn. Next is Kesh.
Right, I'm going to shoot him again.
Shoot him! Very good. You do that. Kesh. Bonus actions.
Oh shit! Hunter's Mark!
Very well. Bonus spell slot, Hunter's Mark on him. 26 does hit. He didn't enjoy fire damage last time. You stick it. Well, you have to use bonus action to change it, so presumably you are sticking with 2 from the Hunter's Mark and the Fangbow. A further 8. 10 points of
10
damage
points of
on
damage.
Skops. He takes 10 points of damage. And Kesh has another shot.
Another shot!
Kesh has another shot. Ooh, Kesh.
23!
Nice rolls.
You do that.
Finally. Okay, got 9, and then we just got to add Hunter's Mark. 11.
An 11. 15. Very good, Kesh. Yeah. You 2 more arrows strike the guy. I'm going to say they actually lance like one after another. It's a pew, pew. Both strike him in the thigh. He's been nasty in the meat of his thigh. Didn't like that at all. Arthur.
Can I shout something, or am I out of...
Oh, please do.
Say.
Gonna tell
Forget
him
the
to
worm!
surrender.
Face me like a man!
Make a persuasion or intimidation, whichever you favor.
I don't know if I... it doesn't matter. I'm equally shit in both, so we'll see.
Well, make the roll.
14.
He got a 19 on the dice. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
He says back, "You might... Well, I'm not a man, darling. I'm a god." And his eye glows. He is clearly... cut snake? Is that the term? Mad as?
Cut snake? Yeah.
Yeah. He's that. Arthur. There is a slightly injured Vulpin in front of you. And
There
a
is.
really, really angry madman down the end of the pier.
It's so cool when it says
And you've
stuff
got
like that.
you've got a boomstick.
I do have a boomstick. Can I run 40 feet to the side towards one of the catapults and blast somebody at a catapult?
The catapults are about 80, 90 feet away from you. It's a bit of a dash.
All right.
Like it would be a dash.
In that case, I will try to move as close to Skops as possible, but position myself to try blast like a group with the boomstick.
There is no clusters, I'm afraid. The only cluster has already been denuded down to 1 by mainly Julio. Julio is also 30 feet along the... I would want to check, Kesh, did you move towards Skopp's, or did you stay where you are? Because where you are, you can hit everything.
Yeah, I stayed where I was.
Face him like a man, but you're not moving towards him.
No, he's coming towards me. It's fine.
Yeah, he's coming. Julio is in the way.
I'll get that.
So,
does Arthur still have that fire gem grenade that he was given
I think
earlier?
I'm pretty confident you guys used a lot of them.
Yeah, they got merged into the weapons.
Yeah.
All right. Arthur will take out his hammer. He'll rage and he'll dash 80 feet to get as close to Skopp's as possible.
Very well, you do that. You are within 10 feet of the man now.
Cool. And
yeah,
like
you are
along
raging.
the side.
Yeah. Cool. You are doing that. You are right in front of Skopp's, raging with your god hammer raised, and it's now his crew's turn. The guy Eric attacked is going to attack Eric. He's going to probably melee you, to be honest. He's going to get within melee range of you. Eric does I don't think a 14 hits you, does it?
Nope.
Let me just check the plus 4s. Yep. No, he got a 9 and a 14. However, Julio, can you make me a dexterity save, because one of them is going to shoot you with a net gun.
I'll try.
Net gun.
16.
Yes, you dodge out of the way of this net that is flung across. It's probably because it's really quite at long range. In fact, the range is 80 feet. So yeah, it's a very extreme range. It's a hit roll. Never mind. I think it makes more sense for it to be a dex save. However, there is now a catapult shot at Kesh, because she is clearly the MVP here at the moment.
I feel like it.
Kesh, this is a similar deal. Dex save for half damage. 22. Nice, Kesh.
Nice.
So these are the catapults from the deck of the Thornmail, very similar ones. Pair of 6s, half down, 2-6, Kesh. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this big rock just shatters on the ground where you were standing just a moment before. Then the remaining Vulpin, who is standing near you, is also going to... he's going to dash off after Julio, who stabbed his mate. And he is going to close with Julio. He's going to make a couple of stab attacks at you, Julio. In fact, these guys are, two attacks. Julio, an 18 to hit.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And a 12. Not so much, I think, the
Nope.
12. But you do take, a 1 on the dice. You take 3 points of stabbing damage from
fine.
this injured Vulpin behind you, who's a little bit singed. That's all of the crew that are left standing. It's back to the top of the order. Julio.
All right.
just got
So
stabbed by a
between
guy.
me and Skopp's, there's 60 feet.
And Eric. And Arthur.
Well, Arthur, I can just jump over, right?
Technically, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Vault
have
over
like
the angry goose.
I have like 15-foot standing jump.
Who leaves
but-
out?
Okay,
Yeah.
but there is a guy on me
Sure.
trying to
Yes.
get up in my grill.
Yeah. Might have to stab him.
Yeah, I'll stab him with a dagger.
Yeah. Oh, this is the offhand attack, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to save
Yeah.
the big one for the other guy.
Very well. You do that. Chat, I will remind you, we have a giveaway for tonight. Type !ticket space 1 in chat. Julio, 19 does hit the guy.
Nice.
Roll me that damage, and do you want to add the sneak attack? Actually, no, you
Yeah.
wouldn't get sneak, I'm afraid. There's nobody flanking him.
Well, that's good for me because I'm a swashbuckler. If I'm the only person next to him, I do sneak attack.
Oh, do you?
Yes, that's
Ah,
swashbuckler.
that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Swashbuckler's broken. Yep.
Yeah.
So
And-
you can choose to or not.
I will, because I don't know if I will hit Skopp's.
That's
so
true.
I'll
Yeah.
do the safe.
Valid logic, like it. Dewey. You are looking for 20 damage. Sneak attack for 15, so we need another 5. 8.
Ooh.
Max damage. Very nice. He dies. You stab him. How do you do it?
Oh, ooh.
He stabs
I
you in the
wanna
back. You
do-
turn around and just underneath
Yeah.
the jaw, and the guy
can
just.
Can I
and
do
just
it
slumps.
non-lethally though?
Yeah. You instead of with the blade, you smack him around the. You basically just king hit him with the pommel of your weapon,
Yeah.
and he just drops unconscious to the floor.
That seems
No.
more brutal to me.
Yeah, if anything, you
Maybe.
break his jaw and he drops.
All right,
But he's not
time to
dead.
He's gonna have a hell of
Permanent-
a headache in the morning.
Permanent brain damage is not dead.
Yep, technically not dead. You can move 30 feet without using your action, because you've used your bonus action to smack him.
I'm so stupid. Yes, I can't.
I mean, one
get
way or
to
the other, you
Skopp's.
can only do 60 feet.
Yeah, see, I thought I have 60 feet, and I
mean, you
forgot
can
I
get
had
to
use
Skopp's,
bonus.
but you'd be, again, fresh out of actions.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm there with Arthur. I'm not afraid. Let's fucking go.
Very well, you are there. Arthur, actually, Julio overtakes you. I'm going to say Julio leaps over you, because you said it and it's cool. Julio, you jump over Arthur and land sort of in front of Skopp's, like, I'm ready for you. And Skopp's, yeah.
Love pirates.
Eric, it is your turn.
Me and the crewman are 10 feet away from the wheel, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I say to him, you did see me shoot you with fire, right? I'm
It's
going
like,
to...
why do you think we're having this conversation?
I'm going to leave. I'm going to run away from him to go to the wheel.
Very well. Are you
Sorry,
disengaging?
before I do, is there another enemy, particularly one on the catapults, within 120 feet of the wheel?
Within 120 feet of the wheel.
Sorry, of the crank.
Yes, definitely.
Great, fantastic. I do not disengage. I run away to the wheel.
He is going to make an opportunity attack against you. 15 on the dice plus 4.
That hits.
You take 6 points of stabbing damage.
Much stabbing.
I mean, I feel like I literally just warned you. Scorching ray twice on you and one on the catapult man.
Yeah, but you scorched him first.
Yeah.
In fairness to the man, and he can't scorching ray you back. It doesn't work like that, sadly. Yeah, you scorching ray him.
He can't after he's dead.
I mean, true. Or at all, because he's not a wizard or a druid or any of the other things. He hasn't made a
this will
bond
be-
pact with a fire elemental.
This will be 2 on him.
Uh-huh.
A 26.
Yeah, that one hits.
A 21.
That also hits.
And on the catapult guy, the one that shot Karen,
Yeah.
Kesh. Sorry.
Yeah. 10 misses.
Okay. Damage on this guy.
Yeah.
10.
10 plus.
10 on the first,
Yeah.
and 12 on the second.
Max damage. You immolate him. He did take both, but he was on 1 hit point. Yeah, he dies. I just put a picture of Skopp's up so that everybody knows what we're dealing with. But
Yes,
he
I
does
saw
hide
that.
the rolls. So yes, yeah, you scorch him to death. He is dead now. Well done.
Great. I'm now next to the crank, ready to make this happen next turn.
Very well, you do that.
And Hope is going to shoot a fire seed attack at the nearest mook.
There isn't a guy close to. There isn't anyone within
60.
about 80 feet of Cash,
Okay.
which is where she is.
All right. In that case, Hope is going to move 20 feet towards the nearest person.
Catapult guy would probably be closest.
Great. That's going to be an attack with my thing. I'm going to do another Eldritch. A Scorching Ray, but it's not. It's just the easiest way of doing this roll.
Yeah.
19.
19 does hit.
And this is again 1d6 plus proficiency. So 6 fire damage to that guy.
6 fire damage to that guy. Yeah, he takes 6 fire damage.
And then Hope is gonna do its best and to follow my commands and come back 10 feet towards Cash.
Right, you do that. Cool. The baby Wakewyrm emerges from the water. Its eyes glowing white, the same white as the one that Skopp's is glowing. Skopp's steps off the dock onto the baby's head, like rises up like a lift, and he steps off onto it, disengaging with his action. And the baby Wakewyrm, which has its own initiative, is going to make a bite attack at Julio, because it's right next to you. Baby Wakewyrm. In fact, I won't get chat to roll this. I'll do it. It's going to make 2 bite attacks, Julio. What's the plus 5? So a 10, probably not. A 17.
Yep.
It chomps down on you for 2d6 plus 3. Ooh, 12 piercing damage.
Right.
Yeah. And its crying has also stopped, and you get bit. That is Skopp's, and its turn. It's now Kesh.
Oh, can I use my uncanny dodge? I don't
probably.
rogue usually, so I don't know.
Yeah,
so I'll half that.
Yes, very well. After 6.
Nice.
Very sensible. Kesh, it's your turn with Arthur on deck.
Right. So I'd still have a clean shot at Skopp's though. Like he's on the worm.
You would,
He's not.
yes.
He's getting shot again.
Shoot him again, please.
I believe I can add Slayer's sense as well.
Yes, absolutely. Does Slayer's sense have any other abilities or stuff that is attached to it?
Slayer's prey. Sorry, not Slayer's sense. Slayer's prey.
Not so much then. I think it's just extra damage. Doesn't tell you
the first time I hit it per turn, it takes an extra d6.
Right. Oh, so it's not actually as good as Hunter Smite. Very well,
No.
you do that. Yeah.
Hunter Smite is every time. This is only the first time. So if I hit him, yeah.
Make me that attack, because I presume you're going to do it twice.
Ah, motherfucker. 12.
12, not so much. No, and Kesh, actually, you notice this pings off that magical shield that you saw before. Make another one.
22?
Kesh equals beats.
What?
His new AC is 22.
Bastard.
Wow.
Okay, let's hope I roll some high damage, guys.
He basically he has armor class 17 plus shield.
Gotcha.
He's
Cool.
using the shield spell as a reaction.
Cool.
'Cause
Okay.
He's a bit of a wizard.
Okay, so he gets 11
11 plus
and
2d6s.
plus 2d6s. 11 plus 8, 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Whoa, Kesh.
Respectable. Nice.
It's Kesh has done like all of this so far as well. Yeah. Kesh, that was your bonus action and your action. Do you want to move?
Do I need to?
Not to shoot him. Your range is effectively 150 feet. You can hit literally everything in this area without needing to move. It's only if you want to, like, maneuver.
I suppose for flavor, I'll adjust my position to kind of yeah, be
Very
more
well.
direct. But
Arthur, you are 10 feet away from a dude on a baby Wakewyrm. He's probably 10 foot up now.
Excellent.
But you're a jumpy boy.
Yeah, bonus action to wing flap, which I can use to leap up 20 feet. And then that's going to be 2 reckless attacks, baby.
You want him to bring the hammer down?
Bring in the hammer down.
Yeah.
Mess with the honk. Oh, that one's not going to hit.
Not so much.
Ooh, that's
18.
rough. No.
Does not. Both of them seem to bounce off his magical shield. And the baby Wakewyrm roars.
Would I have been able to land next to him on the head?
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. 7.
Oh,
No. No is the answer. I'm actually going to say you fall off onto the pick highs or lows. Omi. Who else is here? Yeah, no, Omi. Can you roll me 1d2 in chat? Pick highs or lows, Nikolai.
Highs.
Okay,
If it's
Omi.
it's highs.
1d2 in chat, please, to determine whether or not Nikolai falls in the water. If on a 1, he will go in the drink. 2, he falls back to land. Arthur, you're going to take...
I knew you got me, Omi.
You're going to take a d4 of a d6 of falling damage. You take the full 6. I'm afraid you land prone on the ground. However, you've still got all of your movement, so you can stand back up.
I'll stand back up. Yeah.
So you take 3 functionally of falling damage.
All right.
Nice, Omi. Good job. And do you do a bonus action? I think no. Wing flap is a bonus action.
That was the wing flap.
So we go
I'm
to
done.
the other guys, which is really just the guy with the net. The guy with the net is going to try and shoot Arthur and Julio. He's got an angle on you guys, so he's going to try and shoot you. Can I get a pair of dex saves, please, to avoid being shot with a net? Oh, Arthur has advantage, yeah, of course. Julio, you get tangled up in this net, I'm afraid. But Arthur is probably... It sails over your head as you're lying on the ground. And as you get back up, you notice that there's a huge net on Julio. Yeah, Julio, it's about to be your turn. It actually is your turn after we fire this catapult. The catapult is going to be fired in the same direction because you guys are standing next to each other. So another dex save. Julio, you have disadvantage because you are in the net.
Well, that's not fun.
That's why we team those things up. Julio,
Yes!
a 22 with disadvantage. Yeah, the whole net is moved.
Julio.
However, Arthur, dex save, please.
Oh, sorry.
Because you're standing right next to Julio, so you're going to get clobbered by this sort of scatter shot as well. A 15. Yeah, for half. Well done. You both managed to get the half. Wow, 4 and 7 means 11 halved down to 5.
What kind of damage is this?
Bludgeoning.
Down to 2 or 3?
2. No, 3, sorry.
3? Alright.
Yeah. I'm rounding up for that one. Screw you guys.
Goose too angry
wow.
to duck.
Goose too angry to duck. Yeah, fair enough. And now it's Julio's turn because there are no other crewmen around.
Yeah. So what do I need to do to get out of this?
It is you can use your blade to cut your way out.
Okay. Is that my action?
An attack action on this net to basically free yourself, or you can make an athletics check to do so. Either way, it's an action.
Athletics. Well, that's not gonna happen. I will try to attack it. Do I need to attack or just damage?
Just roll an attack roll. It's an inanimate object, but it is like restraining you. So.
Alrighty. 23.
Yeah, you carve your way out of it, yeah, you basically the rapier just slashes through and it just falls apart, and you're standing now amongst a pile of netting. You have your bonus action. Skopp's is right there on the baby Wakewyrm.
So I can try to dagger him if you jump
and dagger, yeah.
Okay, but I do have a question. What's up with Eric right now? Does he need help with the opening of the gates? Because I think that's our priority right now.
I mean, you haven't seen him try to open it yet. It's about to be his turn. So when you see that, you will be able to determine whether or not he's any good at opening the gate.
Right. How far is the opening mechanism?
About 90 feet away from you, on foot, probably near 110. Because you've got to go around and then up. It's as the Arthur glides, it's 90 feet.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it for now.
Very well.
I hope I'll try to just dagger.
And it's going to be a strength check anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a big help for that.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. If I have my bonus action instead of attack to help, does that give, for example, Alpha advantage on all of his attacks or just one?
I believe it would be... I don't know. I think the first...
Off the memory, I think it's the next.
Yeah.
His next attack.
But he also recklessly attacks anyway.
Right. So you got it. Okay, then I'll just try to dagger him. I
Yeah.
don't think I'll hit 22, but we'll try.
You
Yeah.
can do it! No, you can't do
I
it. Technically, like mathematically, you're a 1 in 4 to hit with a +7. Yeah, he is hard. This is a boss. This is a season finale boss. It's supposed to be big. Julio, it was a good try. I'm going to say that you managed to land back down relatively neatly because you didn't try and land on the head of the baby Wakewyrm. Eric, and then it will be the baby Wakewyrm.
Cool. Great. So this is still round 3?
I think it has just started to be round 3, yes.
Great. Okay. I am going to try to turn this crank, and I'm going to use, if I'm able to, my inspiration that I got a couple sessions ago from pretending to drink.
A visual representation of inspiration, but yes, I trust you all.
It's on at least my D&D Beyond sheet if you care to look.
No, it's totally fine.
Is it athletics?
Yes.
Okay, so hey, I actually have a +3 for athletics. So let's do this.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Swole boy Eric.
Not so much.
16.
Yeah, you managed to get that crank turning. Every like increment opens the gate just a little bit, and this is clearly going to take you more than a single round. But you can see the mama Wakewyrm is like, as soon as you're like, you get it like a quarter of the way open, and there is a crash against the outer wall as the mama Wakewyrm flings herself at it.
Yeah. When I see her, I'm going to say, help, give me a hand with this, please.
She is functionally next round will be giving you advantage as she is pushing against this thing.
Right. Bonus action, I'm using a 3rd level spell slot to cast Healing Spirit 60 feet away from me. So I'm going to be trying to get it towards the gang, particularly Julio
and Arthur.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near them currently, but you can move it 30 feet with your next bonus action.
Yeah.
You are a good, as I say, 90 feet away from them.
Yeah. So I cast it 60 feet there. If they want to use it, they can.
Yeah.
Julio may not know what it is.
Or, yeah, he does not.
But
it
looks
look like?
It looks like a fire made out of black crow feathers.
Oh,
So
that's right.
does it look like something I want to get near to?
No.
Nice.
I'm going to say, like, I would say, can you roll me an insight check, Julio?
Julio may have seen it when we helped to fight off the oozes.
No, I don't
Can't remember if I...
I don't think you did.
Oh,
You were
19
being
though.
very aggressive. Julio, these are Eric feathers.
Uh-huh.
And you know Eric is a wizard sort of guy.
Uh-huh. Is that healing dandruff or just like regular one?
It's honestly a bit strange, but it is good for you.
It'll help you out if you go on it.
Right.
Thanks.
The baby Wakewyrm is going to make 2 nom attacks, 1 at each of you. So it's going to get advantage on attacking Arthur.
Yes.
I'm pretty confident a 22 hits.
Yeah.
For 6 plus 3, 9 chomping damage.
Down to 5.
Yes. And Julio doesn't get advantage against you. A 9 does not hit you, I'm afraid.
Nice.
I mean,
Yep,
that's sad
that's
for
a
me.
miss.
Yeah, and then it's Skopp's turn. Skopp's is now like dual wielding hand crossbows and is going to shoot you both. Again, Arthur, a filthy 20 to hit, and Julio cops a 21 to hit.
Ooh,
So
yes.
Arthur gets 6 points of damage, halved to 3, and Julio gets 9 points of damage. That you've just had your turn, so you can uncanny dodge it if you like.
Yeah, I will. That's a 4 or a 5?
Down to 4. I think it rounds
Okay.
down. Very well. That's their go. Kesh, with Arthur on deck.
I suppose I should probably try and shoot Skops again.
Do it. Do it. Come on, Kesh.
I
9 to hit.
miss.
Not that one. Not so grand. Come on, Kesh.
I miss
do it.
again.
Yeah. A 2 and a 3 to hit. Not great.
Not great. I'm back to form, unfortunately. How far away is the healing light?
A long way away from you.
Okay, I
Like-
won't bother then.
About 120, 130, 40 feet actually, 140 feet to walk. Yeah, they're
I'll
a
flare
long
a
way
little.
away from you. It might be easier if you did walk closer.
Look, I'll get a bit closer, okay?
You do
I'll get a
have
bit
bonus
closer.
action as well.
Yeah, but I can't attack with it.
No, but you do have the bonus action if you want to do something else. I don't know. There's not very much you can do, but
I'll swear a bit.
sure, you do that. You can non-specifically swear, and yeah, you miss Arthur.
Right. So looking at the at Skops and the Wakewyrm, they both have this milky eye business going on.
Mm-hmm.
Would my brain infer that if I hit the eye, it could sever the connection of some kind? Somehow.
If you hit Skops' eye, yes,
Either
maybe.
one.
Maybe. I mean, if you hit him in the eye, it's going to be like with a hammer.
It's the best lead I've got. I'm doing it.
I'm not going to tell you what you think. You can make an insight check if you want to see if this checks out, or you can just go for it because I don't think Arthur's really thinking about it that much. He is raging.
He's jumping.
cool.
He's seen a logical connection for him. Make the attack rolls.
All right. 2 recklessly as usual. 20.
No.
He's using his reaction again.
Yes. Bing.
All right. Second one. Yeah.
18.
Um.
Theoretically, there's a finite number of those reactions he can do.
Yep. Theoretically. He has, however, only done 2 of them.
All right.
And it lasts for the round.
In that case, Arthur is going to start running towards Eric. He actually, I've got 40 feet of movement. I can make 30 feet towards the healing spirit.
Yeah, all right. You get to the healing spirit, and cop some healing. You
Yeah.
are also going to cop an opportunity attack because you, from the baby Wakewyrm, crits you.
It's a crit. Oh no.
So it's good that you're at a healing spirit. A 4, a 6, a 5, and another 4. 19 on the dice. 22 points of baby Wakewyrm numbing damage. Halved
Okay.
to 11.
Alright.
I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Good news, you get healed for 6.
And,
So worth it.
Oh,
and,
6! Great!
yeah. Hey, look.
I
That's
ran
almost
the
half the damage you
calculations.
just took.
I ran the calculations, but I am fucking bad at math.
I recommend you use your other 10 feet of movement to vacate that space so that someone else can use it.
The net guns,
I'll move a little bit more.
The net gun. Are you moving towards Eric or back towards the Wakewyrm?
Moving towards Eric.
Very well. The net gun is actually going to shoot Eric. Eric,
Okay.
make me a dex save, please. Teething damage.
Okay.
Come on, Eric. Yeah, it misses you. You just like hug the wall and it just sails past you. The catapult cannot get an angle on you, so it's going to shoot, I don't know, Cash, probably. Cash, make a dex save.
Rather, it didn't shoot me.
It's the worst damage I've rolled yet.
24.
Yeah, I'm going to say, with a 24, you don't take any at all. Of the 3 that I rolled, you don't take any of it.
Yay!
24
I live.
is comfortably hard enough. You just like it's because you're running, and tracking with a catapult's really hard. So we go back to the top of the order. Julio, you're in front of a baby Wakewyrm. There is a healing spirit that Arthur just vacated. You could stab and then run.
Well, I already can run because it took the opportunity attack on Alpha.
That's also true.
So I don't need to do anything, but I have a question. How far is the Crank and Eric?
To run there is about 110 feet.
110 feet. Yeah, so if I run, dash, bonus dash, that's 90 feet.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said before the Wakewyrm, the adult one, was helping to open the door. Is that clear?
Yes. As in, to everybody else? Probably not. But there is an angry Wakewyrm right outside.
Yeah. So
Which I was speaking to. You did hear me speak to it.
Well, it's very,
and
very
also-
busy.
I see.
Also,
You're
Arthur is running
110
there.
feet away from them, and there is a lot of noise. I'm not necessarily saying that they would definitely have heard that. What you
Yeah.
shouted to the mama Wakewyrm in Wakewyrm.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think I'm needed there because Arthur can do the cranking.
Arthur's got
I'm
it.
not strong. Yes. I'm gonna stand my ground. I
would endorse
Yeah.
stabbing the guy and then leaving to the healing spirit, maybe.
Yeah. I will attack once. I will do my dagger, and then I do 30 feet
Very well.
and heal.
Very well. You do that. Make me 2 stab attacks.
Okay, let's hope I hit at least once.
Come on, Julio. I believe in you.
No, don't believe
Not on
in
the
me.
first. And the dagger.
Maybe I shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, believing in me is a bad idea.
It's because he's standing on the top of baby Wakewyrm. It's really hard to hit him. And then you determine that and run away from him. Fair.
Yep.
The baby Wakewyrm is like still finishing chewing the mouthful of feathers it got from Arthur. And you make it to the healing spirit and heal for 1d6 worth of healing.
How much do I get?
1d6.
No, it's 2d6. I'll roll it for
2d6,
you.
Apologize.
Because I
6.
cast it at 3rd level. 6.
Nice.
Thank you.
Eric.
That's my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Mama Wakewyrm is helping you open the door.
Yep. Great. I'm going to do another athletics with advantage. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The door slams open, rocking the platform, Eric, that you are standing on. The Mama Wakewyrm leaps, sort of powers through the gate and leaps at the baby Wakewyrm. Her jaws agape, but Skopp turns his shield up, his hands raised for it, and you see the jaws close around him. The shield doesn't help when the whole thing just engulfs you, and she chomps. And one of his arms flies off, but the rest of him just gets... You see her rear back and just sort of As you know how like creatures that don't really have molars, they can't chew, so they're just trying to break the thing up into smaller and smaller pieces so they can swallow it. That, and yeah, an arm comes flying, and I'm gonna say, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4 across the top of the screen. BPC, can you roll me 1d4 please in chat? Don't forget that giveaway, guys. Exclamation mark ticket space 1 in chat. This is where the body part will land. And 1, it lands at the feet of Arthur. Arthur, this arm with quite a distinct looking tattoo on the forearm lands at the foot, at your foot, still holding the hand crossbow that was in it when it got chomped off. The baby Wakewyrm shakes its head. And its eyes slowly return to the yellow color that they were before rather than the white, and it gives this soft cooing noise that the mother responds with. The two slink back into the water and swim away, pausing briefly at the gate. The mama just looks at you, Eric, out of her 2 remaining eyes on that side of her head, because you are on her right-hand side. No, you're not. Sorry, you're on her left-hand side. So you can see all 4 eyes on that side. They look at you. Just for a moment, it pauses, and then she swims out. The baby Wakewyrm's head comes up, and it leans in and nuzzles at you. And retreats, and as it does so, you hear it say "friend" again. And
I will nuzzle it back and say, "Be good. And if you get in trouble, don't destroy any boats, just find us. Bye."
It may remember that injunction. In fact, Eric, make me a persuasion check, please.
Yes, friends.
Straight
or
persuasion.
Arcana if it's better.
I mean, we know it's better.
I didn't know it was. Oh, it is. Okay. Eric, you have managed to permanently impart this child just enough intelligence to remember not to sink ships if it gets upset.
Oh,
That's so cool.
That's a win in my book.
Yep, solid win, and it follows. You hear this growl, and it quickly sinks back into the water and follows its mother. As his mom's like, "Come on! I've had more than enough looking for you for one day." Guys, I think we will leave it there. There is a couple of guys who are standing, like one is manning a catapult, the other is manning a net gun that Kesh is now pointing arrows at, and they both appear going, "Parlay?"
Lie face down on the ground and put your hands on your head.
They do so.
He's gonna hold up the arm holding the crossbow.
Oh no.
You do that. Yes. I think we will call it there, guys. We have run a little bit over, but that was excellent fun for me. Thank you so much. That was really, really cool. So, guys, I don't want to. It wouldn't be a session without a small smattering of favorite moments, but we're going to do them super quick because some of us have work tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, very quick.
I mean, it can be done fast. I've seen it done quickly. I'm reliably informed. So this is something we have borrowed from the Dreaded GM because it's really nice and affirming and lovely. Chat, if you have favorite moments, throw them up. And guys, what were your favorite moments? Let's say a couple from each. Make sure everybody is covered. Kesh.
I'm just going to dive in and get it before anyone else does. Arthur bombing the boat.
Yes.
And taking Riley down with him. The goose cannonball through the boat.
Yeah. Excellent work.
I have another Arthur. Arthur killing the 2 guys so that Eric didn't have to.
That was lovely. Yeah.
There's a lot more to go into there.
Yeah, I love Arthur didn't use the boomstick at all. Like,
yes.
Nope.
Never
Not
any.
once.
I really attempted to give you opportunities to do so. You just straight up didn't. It was really good. Yeah, I love
I
that.
like to think he fires it in the air in victory.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
the
just-
fucking crossbow in an arm that he's holding, that's also beautiful
solid.
and scary.
Solid work. The tattoo looks like a stylized 5, like the number 5, but it's got a snake head, like a Wakewyrm head, probably, on at the end of the 5. You noticed it several other times throughout your crawl through this mini dungeon. Yeah, it's clearly the sort of the sigil of this group.
Eric definitely wants to look at that arm after, in between shit.
Yeah. Not nearly enough to resurrect, unfortunately. But there we are. It would certainly serve as, say, I don't know, proof that you killed the guy.
Yeah. I like to think we walk
true.
into the poor guy's office and Arthur's just waving the hello.
which has been dead for at least a day by that point, so it's probably pretty rank. Like, I know what a body smells like after 24 hours. It's not grand, particularly unrefrigerated. So let's...
To be clear, Josh worked in the funeral trade. He is not a student.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarification.
Yes,
Yes.
I did used to move dead bodies for a living. Yeah, and now I do this. Weird. We've said nice things about Arthur. Let's say nice things about Kesh. Couple of favorite Kesh moments, anybody?
Yes, the standoff with Raleigh, and Raleigh's like, I thought you would be better. And Kesh just like, so did I. So on track for the roles this session.
D-Rab's favorite moment in chat, favorite moment in general is the chain natural 1 persuasions.
Oh,
Yes.
I will second that. Just us being so incredibly good last session ending, and
Yeah.
this time just eating dirt on every opportunity.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, it's good that I wasn't the only one. I felt some kinship between our characters. That was nice.
I'm just like, it's really amazing we all survived this.
I want to tell you, because the game's over now, Skopp has 91 hit points. He was down to 40, and all of that was cash.
Aww.
Yeah. That
Nice.
Yeah.
Something.
Cash did more than 50% of his damage, and if he didn't have a bullshit shield spell, yeah.
Would it be?
Yeah.
I want to throw in another Kesh moment. It was after the conversation with Julio requesting that we try not to kill people, and then relaying it to the rest of us, and her reaction to Eric's question of, well, what do we prefer, not being seen or not murdering people? And I just saw that playing on Karen's face of like a fuck you, Brendan and Eric, for asking this question and making it my responsibility to choose.
A very valid question, but I quite enjoyed the fact that Kesh gave really unhelpful guidance. It was just like that, yeah, you took the middle ground, which in this situation is not helpful at all, and then you realized that that's what you've done, and clarified in a more useful manner. We have a favorite Kesh from Omi. If y'all would just surrender and not try to kill us, that way we don't have to kill you. Yeah, perfectly reasonable and fair. They were angry. I don't know, you just roll badly, I'm afraid. Sometimes the DM just has to rationalize shit rolling, unfortunately.
Speaking of shit rolling, just me trying so hard to attack. I just couldn't.
Your option to punch her with a bow rather than a far more logical thing would be shoot her with a bow that you're really good
Yeah,
with.
but it would have only been
That's
another
cool.
+2 to my roll. I was rolling so badly that I could have
I know.
attacked her with literally any of my weapons.
I know.
Missed. Ugh. Dust.
I'm of the ilk that believes that doing the dice pay out an awful lot of what makes sense. So trying to punch somebody with a bow, the dice is gonna roll low because it's a dumb idea. When you've got a bow, shoot them with it.
I was trying to be respectful.
It was
of
a silly
Julio's
idea.
Clear prior
Absolutely.
relationship with this woman and his request that I try not to kill too many people.
And that leads me on to my favorite Julio moment, because we've had a lot of caches now and we're trying to be fast. My favorite Julio moment was, I left it to you to decide. You rolled for it, and it was a nat 20. I'm like, well, good. I'm glad the dice and I agreed that, yes, you definitely had a prior relationship with this woman. And it wound up taking more than half the session to resolve.
Yeah.
That was not supposed to be the main fight, but it really became it. Bringing down Skopps and the Wakewyrm was definitely a distant second in terms of how important this is, because we want to see if we can resolve this whole Julio's past love life with Raleigh Burrowbright, who is written as a total bitch.
Oh. I liked her though. That's more of a Josh
she's written
moment,
as a
but
total bitch, and I had to make her likable because what did Julio see in this woman? But yeah, we have one from Omi as well, trying to dissuade Raleigh from fighting, even though it failed miserably. Obviously, yes, lovely time. Any other favorite Julios?
Yeah, the scene in the boat where you said, "I don't want to fight you, just talk to me," and you offered the sword hilt first towards Raleigh.
I think I gave you advantage. It was good. Or like you were at disadvantage and I evened it out because it was a very
and I rolled
good
a 1.
move. And then you rolled a 1. That's the dice saying, nope, you have to take this girl out. Unfortunately, we have a cannonball.
I think it might count as a favorite DM. Who said it that Arthur had banged Julio's head? I can't remember who said it.
Josh for sure.
Yeah, Josh said Arthur pounded.
Yes, Arthur pounded Julio's head.
The dynamic is just so confusing at this point.
It really is.
Australian slang is an awful lot of overlaps with just sexual innuendo.
It's really hard not to sexual innuendo in Australian.
It very much is.
I wanted to throw in another Julio moment, which was the realization that we could easily go through and kill a lot of Julio's friends and people who are in the same position as him, and almost kind of having the guts to ask Kesh that in the first place.
Because Dremon had confirmed that a lot of them think Skopps is mad, which he is. And now he is, in fairness, one with a Wakewyrm now. He got with his dream. Or at least most of him is one with a Wakewyrm. I have one more favourite Julio moment before we move on. The hash brown.
Oh, yet again.
The damp hash brown. I love that you mentioned
hash brown.
I'm like, you could have had a waterproof sack for containing your food. That would be logical. No, it's wet. And I'm like, yes, it is. The opportunity to say to you, I've missed them, was lovely. That was gorgeous. Let us talk about Eric. Favorite Eric
every time Hope teleported away, just blasted behind her with fire.
Just cheating through enemies with this fire. It's amazing. Yeah.
My favorite Eric moment is actually a Brendan moment. It's just Brendan demonstrating how good a good D&D player he is. It's just like abusing the shit out of a very cool mechanic. Was really well done. Yeah.
Another amazing Brandon thing that I think is inspiration to many players, because if I saw that at my table, that would be a breath of fresh air. The quickness of his decisions. Because when I DM and there's an opportunity to plan, by God, they will spend 2 hours planning. But Eric is okay, I see the goal, I'm going invisible, I'm doing it. I'm like, wow, that's so good. Thank you.
Yeah. I liked it because it was very characterful as well. I think Eric wouldn't normally jump the gun like that. But in this moment, he's just like, no, there's a baby. There's a baby that I just spoke to. It's scared of this nasty man. I'm going to save it. Fuck it. And just goes. Yeah, absolutely. Omi says, favorite Eric, we are quite experienced with parlays. Yeah, that one time with lightning, bastard.
Yeah. Sounds like an intimidation, to be honest, from this
very
party.
much so. Yeah.
You want a parlay? And by parlay, we mean barbecue.
That response of Riley's from you was great, because I wasn't expecting it, yeah, I was there. I saw how you parlay, Chloe, man. But yeah, no, I just wanted to respond to Daria because, one side of me was thinking, okay, yep, let's stop and kind of chat about the plan, and I'll explain what I think we should do. And Eric is normally pretty good about kind of putting plans out and then deferring to Kesh's leadership. But yeah, with there being this scared baby combined with an angry mother just in the other room, that was kind of decision-making time as far as Eric was concerned.
To be honest, I'm so excited to be here for this because it looks like very pivotal time in Eric's like character, because I understand how he was before these few sessions, and now like every time he's more impulsive, decisive. That's so interesting to see.
And Arthur being big brothered, hey, let me murder these guys. You're all good, buddy.
That was adorable.
Was super lovely. Cool. Alrighty. Well, we flattered everybody. Let's move on.
We haven't
flattered everybody.
I think we flattered everybody important.
What? No,
on,
I refuse. I refuse.
Flatter
I
me
will
if you
say, you obliterated me with one word, friend. Just that one word from the like sinking baby. I'm like, oh, friend. Why would you do this?
I love the flavor of him losing his arm, and that you asked Chad to roll for who it landed in front of. Just totally unnecessary, but I loved it.
Well, it's not unnecessary because you need to collect the bounty.
Yeah.
See, we were not thinking about this. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No.
I didn't think about it at all.
It was also, in my head, it was quite cinematic as well. Like,
it was quite cinematic.
Definitely be what happened in a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
I saw it as like the end of Shrek, where the dragon bursts through the window and eats Lord Farquaad whole.
Yeah.
And like
almost
bites
exactly
him
that.
and then like tosses him back, and you hear a quick little ah! And then
yeah, absolutely.
That's how I imagined it. Yeah,
absolutely,
and then the arm just flies out.
Yeah, 100% that.
I just wanted to add on to the comment about the friend line, which was an echo of that first real conversation that Eric had on stream with Hope before Hope was named. That the first time that Eric kind of confronted the fact that he had this creature living inside of him and kind of establishing a relationship, that it said a couple of times, just said friend. So that immediately kind of triggered for me, and hopefully Hope doesn't get jealous. But no, that was a very touching moment, as well as the mama just looking at me before heading.
You're all right, Birdman.
I won't kill you today.
That one was not delicious. Cool. Alrighty.
He would have been all salty and leathery.
Unless Nikolai has anything to say.
Yeah, Raleigh's line to Julio's failed persuasion or performance check for drowning. It's like, give it up! I taught you how to swim.
Yeah.
Quick. So
just
quick.
the entire character of her was amazing, to be honest.
Yeah. Sneaky thing. You guys go back inside. You find the loot. You go back to the loot. You open the chests. The cage that they're in is not locked. However, the chests are. Julio, nobody watches. You open both of them. Julio, you open the main chest, the big one. It contains an awful lot of fancy stuff. It contains 100 gold pieces worth of coins, 2 amethysts worth 100 pieces each, a silver chalice worth 15 gold pieces, and a kraken's tooth carved with scenes of pastoral life worth 300 gold pieces, and a whistle of freedom. Which breaks the spell dominate person or dominate monster if you blow it. Which is, I'll tell you for free, the spell Skopp uses on the creatures. If you'd gotten that, I don't know. The steel chest, on the other hand, the steel footlocker, you unlock, and you go to unlock it and discover it's unlocked. It is also empty. And then you think back and you remember, this is Raleigh's chest.
Wait.
Having a sneaking suspicion, you go back and check. She and the 2 dudes she was with are gone.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah. I kind of like.
As are the pile of weapons you left in the pond.
Nice. Oh, okay. Quick question: is the hash brown there, or did she take it?
A bite has been taken out of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Well, guys, we should go away from here first. First of all, what we should do, guys, final moments to throw up those exclamation mark ticket space ones in chat to go into the draw for the giveaway, which I will draw when we have all told you who all of us are. So, guys, who the absolute heck are you? Nikolai, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm Nikolai Kravchenko. I am a role player between here on Corsair's Cove and over on Roll for Damage and other places. Next week, I'm going to be part of AJ Winter's stream over on Witch's Tales for our little epilogue to the Academy of Xandar, where I will be reprising my role as reformed bad boy Donnie Carbone.
Nice. Daria, who the heck are you?
Yes, I'm Daria. I am a regular player on the Eldritch Scribe D&D Twitch stream. We are playing every Monday at GMT plus GMT afternoon.
It's 7 o'clock here.
Yes.
It is. They start an hour before Humblewood does normally. So 7 p.m. AWST, GMT plus 7, I think. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, exactly what the smart people say. And yeah, you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter. And thank you so much for inviting me. That was so great. I'm happy to be here.
Genuine pleasure, Daria.
Thank you for joining us. It's been so good.
So fun.
Yeah. I'm going to say right now, we're going to have you back.
I
Karen.
would be happy to.
Karen,
Hi,
who the heck are you?
I'm Karen. I'm a writer, a performer, a puppeteer. You can follow me on Twitter at Mother of Bunnies. You can follow me on Instagram for my burlesque alter ego, Miss Lamore. You can hear my dulcet tones on the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons. We just dropped a new ep in which what could have been a really smooth getaway is derailed when one of the characters decides that now is the time to get the boots off the bad guy. Yeah. We got to steal some boots and then we can escape. We're like, no, we need to escape first and then? Okay, fine. And I'm doing lots of stuff next week, as it turned out. I didn't realize it was all happening next week. Yes, next 2 Monday nights, we are doing Humblewood crossover on Roll for Damage. Wednesday night will be Christmas one-shot right here on Corsair's Cove.
Yes,
And then Thursday night will be Hunt for the Blood Mage, where V will get her revenge. Hopefully.
Over on Winter's Tales, who we are raiding if they stay live for another 15 minutes or so. And Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm hecking Brendan Ellis. I'm an actor and director in Perth. I'm doing a fringe show in January, so check out the link for that. That's with Perth Playback Theatre. It's improvisational theatre. It is pretty cool. And I am also going to be on those one-shots that Karen mentioned.
And I think on that, we should talk about a smash cut to a post-credit scene. Back at Saltar's Point, we have resolved all the things. We're sitting in the fisherman's basket, over a fisherman's basket. Arthur has just gotten up to get another round. Julio has gone to help. Eric, there is another part in the invitation you received last week, where you were invited to your brother, your cousin's wedding. The letter is not, however, from your cousin. It is from your grandma. She has to talk to you about your mother.
Okay.
There does seem to be some concern, as in there is concern about your mother. Greeky.
So as in, that's the cousin's name?
Oh, the cousin's name is Greeky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that one is actually for the person who is playing him to decide.
Great. Cool. Okay.
Sorry. I will pass that on. It might well be canon. I will let Nova know, but it's Nova is.
I just did
character.
Birdfolk name generator. I was like, oh, we need a name for this guy. Okay.
Cool.
I have been waiting for an opportunity for just Kesh and Eric. Kesh, I have a favor. I was wondering if, before we go back to Alderheart, if you would be willing to accompany me to a wedding in Brackenmill.
Eric, I love weddings. I'm gonna wear my prettiest dress. With a sword, though, so everyone remembers I'm a badass.
Good. I wouldn't normally go back to Brackenmill. I didn't leave on good terms, but my grandmother wrote this invitation, and she has mentioned something about me needing to speak to her about my mother. I need someone who is experienced with subtlety, and someone who... My first thought would have been to ask Arthur, because he certainly would have been good at keeping people away from me if I didn't want them to be around. But I need someone who won't be too disappointed in me if I have to do something regrettable.
Should I be worried?
I don't know. I can't guarantee you that this will be a safe place for me to go.
Okay, both swords then.
And maybe the bow, just to be safe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will be the prettiest dressed, dangerous person in the room.
Phoenix Iwaki has raided us.
Oh, hot!
And it looks like AJ's gone offline, so we can't raid.
Oh. Let me spend another half an hour talking about my backstory, so we have
so
some
yeah,
weird.
So why would your grandmother want to talk to you about your mother, her daughter, your mother? Are they going to think it's weird if I turn up in a ball gown, fully armed?
They will probably think that it would be strange for you to turn up as someone that doesn't have feathers and wings. But they did give me a +1, so...
That's the trick with +1s. Once they're handed out, they cannot be retracted.
I suppose they will at least be happy that it's a woman.
I'm assuming that you are not asking me because you have romantic feelings towards me. But do you want me to hint that there might be?
Be fucking weird.
Do the humble folk cross species? Okay, cool.
I was wondering about that.
We established this in the one shot on the charity weekend. No, definitely not. It's not a race thing at all. It's not like, oh, that'd be so weird. Like it's not like an Asian person and an African person. It's like a squirrel and a mouse. You know, it's like or a dog and a cat. It's just like, and in your case, it would be a raccoon and a crow. They're just
Wait, Josh,
not
have
even
you
really
ever seen,
physically compatible. No,
have
I've
you
never
ever seen
a
Animal
raccoon
Planet Best
have sex.
Friends or something? There's a whole
Friends?
show for this type
They
of
could
thing.
totally be friends. They just can't. They could probably
Hey,
even be like.
romantic love doesn't have to be sexual, baby.
It doesn't have to be. But look, and I'm not telling you how to play your characters. Maybe you've come in at a weird time, Phoenix Iwaki. Maybe
look, let me save the DM.
Maybe they're both ace. I don't know, but
Kesh.
Look, Kesh wouldn't have said it if she was sober, but she's a few in at this point. She's
Look,
like, do you want me to flirt in you in front of your family? I will. I've got your back.
Good. No, I think the weapons are just fine, thank you. I think it might make things too complicated.
I will go with intimidating. No problem.
Phoenix, thank you for the sub. So for those who are not in the know, the Humblewood is where we are playing, and the Humblewood is a bunch of cute animal people who don't crossbreed. Otherwise, you'd all be it would be weird. It would just be weird.
Yet.
I
Don't
don't have to
crossbreed
work
yet.
that out.
Come on.
No, or at all. It's not biologically possible. Gonna have to talk to Knickerbrack about the potentials there. I don't think it's possible at all. Nor do I want to know, to be honest. So, anyway, yeah. That's our post-credit scene. That's a Marvel-style post-credit scene.
A crow asking a raccoon on a date to his cousin's wedding.
To a cat, it's like
mainly so she can be back up if shit goes down.
Yeah, because Granny Shadowmalt is a scary lady. So, guys, Madame et Monsieur, Dharma und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me on the day of my 50th Humblewood game. This is the 50th game in this Humblewood, and it's pretty freaking cool. I worked out this afternoon, I have written over 150 pages of notes in the Humblewood. I have written over 120,000 words of notes for this game. It is a novel of notes, which is pretty cool. And yeah, and for that, we are having a giveaway. So, ticket space one in chat to go into the draw for a giveaway. We've got a finale giveaway, a Arthur mug. Small Town Creepy got one, thank goodness. I was worried that Small Town Creepy didn't. Thamior, put yourself up for that as well, mate. Just making sure. Thamior, good, there it is. Alrighty, you have about 10 seconds because I'm about to end and draw the thing. It's pretty sexy. It's handmade by our very own gelatinous goober himself, Serum76. So guys, we are going to close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closes. And let us find out who wins. Draw the winner. D-Rab! Hey. Well, that's nice and easy. Hey. D-Rab, congratulations. You have won.
Yeah.
An
Dan.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday, Dan.
And in fairness, it was actually Dan's birthday on Monday. So, like...
It's not even weird to do it at
We actually got to sing to him on his birthday because we were playing with him at, like, 1 in the morning with Nelderberry. So that was lovely. Dan, happy birthday. Congratulations. You win the Arthur mug. We will get that to you shortly. That's relatively simple. I don't have to ship it to Holland or America. That's nice. For me, if we can
get it to him before the crossover stream on Monday, then that would be very great.
That would be good. I thought Thamior lives in Holland.
Holland?
Netherlands. Oh, apologies.
It hasn't been called Holland for a very long time, Josh.
Look, it's roughly the same place, right? Holland is part of Holland. There you go.
Daria, how's the USSR going?
Oh, it's going great.
Leave me alone. All of you. Right, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's part of the Netherlands. Yeah. I could have shipped it to Holland. Thamior doesn't live in Holland. Maybe somebody else lives there. I don't know.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Let's just say that.
So, guys, we're going to go on a raid now. If you've enjoyed, please chuck us a follow. Check out our socials. All of those 50 episodes will very shortly be on YouTube. The dog opened the door, so I'm getting an echo again. I did appreciate it, though, because it's
about the
hot
YouTube, the episodes. I'm currently working my way through them, and I would highly recommend to anyone who isn't caught up to do so, because it's very entertaining.
Yeah, it's nice to binge. So we are going to raid AJ Winters now. Winters Tales is streaming, and we're going to chuck them a raid. Yeah, thank you so much to all of our raiders. Thank you so much to all of our viewers. It's been an incredible first season here on Corsairs Cove. Thank you so much to my players, particularly Daria, who gave up, well, I mean, particularly all of you, but Daria, who gave up some of her evening to come and hang out with us as well on a non-standard basis. Daria did most of our art. I do also need to shout out Bree Went, who did our channel logo itself. That is Bree Went's artwork, which we are also very grateful for. Serum76, the gelatinous goober himself, we do need to thank, of course, for all of his work behind the scenes. He's just a generally incredibly useful and helpful and supportive person. Nod to Roll for Damage that got me my start in streaming and in the Humblewood, where a lot of the last 50 eps have been. We need to thank Lux, who couldn't be with us this evening, unfortunately, but will be back next season with Javier. We may have to do a couple of one-shots to figure out what the heck happened to Javier while he was gone.
Yeah, we do.
We have
and
merch.
You can still buy a Javier Merry Christmas t-shirt in our merch shop.
Yes.
Yes. head on over there. You can get a mug or a Javier Merry Christmas t-shirt. So guys, thank you so much, everybody. We will be back Wednesday this coming week with a Christmas one-shot with Tales of Pesh and quite possibly Knickerbrack as well. So, I should stop farting about and queue up the raid.
To the raid!
To the raid! To the Winter's Tales Auditorium. I imagine they're doing some sort of some manner of world building over there. Here we go. Yep, looks like it. Here we go, guys. Say goodbye, chuck up your favorite road emotes in chat, tell them where you came from, and we shall see you guys next time. I will be on Phoenixy Wacky's channel tomorrow night if you want more of my silly face and voice. And yeah, have a good night, guys. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.